mix it.
What's up, Fire Nation? It's your boy Rico, along with my little big cousin G-Baby and our boy Raul, the Zookeeper, and we are the Friendly Fire Podcast, the hottest podcast on either side of the Mississippi. Episode 21, baby.
21.
We are legal.
21.
The legal episode.
Savage. 21.
21. How y'all doing today, fellas? Wellness check.
I'm doing decent, surviving.
Yeah, you battling demons.
I told y'all last week, don't get the slavery shot, and messed around and got the slavery shot. It felt chained to my body yesterday.
The new and improved, G-Baby.
The new and improved. I have got my first vaccine shot, sadly.
Yeah, I got my first one too.
He was riding with his boy.
Yeah.
We had to ride for Zoo. It was been long enough.
Yeah.
Zoo was like
the white man gets his way.
No, my dude was Indian.
Oh man, I had a Mexican shoot me up just to let you
I
know.
saw him make it
All
in
right.
front of me, so I knew it was made in India.
He threw it up in the air. Was
Threw it
like,
up with LeBron.
how you feeling today, Zoo?
I'm good.
All right.
Great weekend.
It was
We're still Yeezy season.
Yeah.
4 days.
We're still there.
Yeezy-ish. I mean, Nas is dropping, and you know how Jay is, so Jay probably convinced Ye,
He's like,
hey,
push it back a week.
you got to drop. You got to be petty. So
But we can talk about that later.
that would be late. That's definitely coming for sure, though.
Rodgers season.
Oh, right.
It's time to be alive.
Yeah.
But that'll be later.
That we got a lot. Honestly, we didn't know like how much we was gonna have. Like literally, like Thursday, we was like, dang, it's slow kid, slow week. And then we like did some research and was like, no, we got some stuff to talk about.
And it's Lala weekend here in Chicago.
Yeah,
we out here. We outside.
Naperville white people are just out there, just acting like they run the joint, just walking into traffic, not looking both ways. My girl almost hit somebody. She was on her way to go drop her sister off, and a group of white people just walking across, not looking both ways.
Hey, fuck around, they get bold. They might just march down straight to O-Block.
There's not a lot of
They want
left in O-Block, but
they want to know about 63rd. Is one way to find out.
yeah.
But let's get started. My question of the day.
Yeah, let's kick it off.
All right, fellas, I want to know, what is the greatest first track to an album you guys have heard?
First track.
All right, so it's my Kanye.
Kanye, of course.
It's gonna be Kanye.
Good morning.
Dark Fantasy.
Okay.
How you say broken Spanish? Me no hablo. That's crazy.
That's a dope opener. That is definitely a dope
I feel
opener.
like he said that to me.
He said it to you specifically?
That was crazy. But no, like realistically speaking, probably like Dreams and Nightmares. That's a crazy one.
That is a crazy one.
That's crazy. Even though Meek is wild corny now. Like, that little light is flickering. Like you and Will Smith in the same boat. Bro.
What did Will do?
No, I'm just saying because Will Smith is flickering.
Will Smith is catching straight.
He's flickering. No, he's just got to be this control group.
He's just like
the people that's losing their lights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Meek Mill is just Dreams and Nightmares just constantly flickering because you haven't done much better than that. So he's on the bubble, but I don't know. That's hard because
G-Baby says fuck with Dre Day.
I'm just saying. No, was that the? No, that was the intro. I don't know. That's hard because I'd have to have like a definite list.
Okay.
Because it's hard to just think of like because somebody's intro track. And like, oh, they might have spazzed. Cause like G Herbo got off on his. That PTSD intro.
Okay, so what is one of the best that you've heard then? Instead of the best, what is one of the best intro tracks that you have heard?
Definitely Dark Fantasy.
Okay.
What was Kendrick's on Good Kid? What was the first one off that one?
Oh shoot. I have to look it up. I honestly don't know.
Are we counting skits?
No, tracks.
Because I'm like
that let you know like you are welcome to the album and or mixtape.
It has to be the first track.
Yes, the first song. Like the
Kanye fooled us thinking that was Bernie Mac, and there was not in fact Bernie Mac. I was like,
D-Ray Davis did a
Damn, that's a
he was saying he needs to be he wanted to be credited for that. He wasn't credited. Because a lot of people now,
I thought he was Bernie.
A lot of people are,
I literally found out like a couple years ago because it trended.
Really?
On Twitter.
Yeah.
I thought that was legit Bernie.
I think my favorite one was probably not one of my favorite ones was Tuscan Leather by Drake. That's a dope opening to like let you know, hey, we here now. Like, different sound.
This is one that really kind of stumped me because I don't really pay attention to like the first track.
Because you just think of it as the start of the album.
Right, but it's been some dope. I don't know. That's just hard. I'm gonna have to think about it. Fire Nation, let it help us out.
Yeah, Fire Nation. What is your favorite intro track to an album? It doesn't have to be rapping. Be any album, any genre.
Lil Wayne's Blunt Blowing on Carter 4. That was crazy.
I'm gonna just be super safe and just say whatever first Thriller was that. Yeah. The first track. Thriller.
What was the first track of Thriller? Because all 9 songs like charted. So I'm very now.
Number 9 could have been number 1.
It could have.
That came in with Beat It straight off the.
Let me see. What was the first? Whoops, that's the actual song. Thriller. Nope. The first song off of Thriller was "Wanna Be Starting Something."
See, there you go.
Yeah. That's a hit.
I already knew, like, the rest of this album for the start.
We gotta talk about. We gotta
start music.
Y'all want to start something?
we gotta talk about this real quick.
Did Michael Jackson start music?
Literally, 9 songs, all of them charted. "Wanna Be Starting Something,"
Yes.
"Baby Be Mine,"
Yes.
"The Girl Is Mine,"
Yes.
"Thriller," "Beat It," and "Billie Jean" was back to back.
That's crazy.
Then "Human Nature," "Pretty Young Thing," and then "The Lady in My Life" to close it out.
There was a point in time that in hip hop, and I don't mean to cut nobody off, that Michael Jackson was probably tougher considered than Run DMC. Like Run DMC took the toughest people from Michael Jackson.
Really?
Because Beat It was like, and Bad was like that was like a gang banging song.
Yeah.
People was like, yo, Mike getting wild. Like, he need to chill out.
They had stabbing choreographies.
Oh my God, is this the Warriors? It was crazy. Mike was going down a dark path. So Run DMC had to be tougher than leather. You know what I'm saying?
Like Michael Jackson's the king of pop, but low key, like you put like Pretty Young Thing, you put The Way You Make Me Feel, like with the girl, like on a date.
They'll sing.
Those they still hit.
Yeah,
like,
they'll
not get the mood right. Like fuck all this.
PYT gets you QOTD.
Yeah,
I like that.
The Way You Make Me Feel. You play that.
I didn't even peep my double on to PYT.
You was on one.
I had to break it down for myself. I didn't understand.
I was waiting for you to realize the greatness.
I was wait a minute.
Wait, can you rewind that?
I said PYT and GDT.
GTD.
Just like that, I Meek Mill. I didn't get no like.
You've lost it already.
I lost it already.
But yeah, that I was always because like most intro tracks usually only be like a minute and like 2 seconds or something like that.
Was straight.
Which one?
Off Kirk.
Off Kirk. That was
That was straight. DaBaby.
The dummy, the canceled one? Not around these parts. Shoot, speaking of which, we got to get into him. That was a great transition. That was great. DaBaby has been DaCancelled for some comments that he made at Rolling Loud, where COVID was also doing a triple-double. But we're going to talk about that later. DaBaby got on stage, and there was a plethora of things that went down. One thing that went down, the first thing that went viral was that he brought Tory Lanez on stage.
Mr. Lane.
Mind you, this was right after Meg Thee Stallion had went on. So Meg Thee Stallion had just performed. DaBaby was right after her. Mm-hmm. Tory Lanez wasn't even supposed. He didn't even sing. He was just on there strictly to troll Meg Thee Stallion.
He was in a costume.
Yes. He was on there strictly to troll Meg Thee Stallion. And then on top of that, he had a moment where he was talking, and people rappers, they be trying to get the crowd hype. Right. Instead of saying, wave your hands in there like you just don't care. He was like, make some noise if you HIV STD free.
Yeah.
And the ladies was like, yeah. Cool. Okay. He was like,
mad as hell. Nobody says safe sex is great sex.
It is. But, and then DaBaby also carried on to say, make some noise if you're not giving fellatio in the parking lot. Mm-hmm. And then the DJ was like, come on, be real now. You know who you are.
Give a mad neck in the parking lot.
and he didn't specify everyone.
He didn't specify
the fellas.
To the gentlemen. The XY chromosomes. Make some noise if you're not out there giving head in the parking lot. Yeah. And that went viral, of course, because this is a different time we are living in.
Yeah.
You can't make comments like that. Yeah. Jonathan, you can't say that.
How is that gonna get people hype? Like in one moment
there was genuine confusion in the crowd.
I've been waiting. That connects with me.
That specific. I was waiting for you to ask for that. I have not been in the parking lot doing that. That touched me personally.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. Somebody already know. He was a hot dog eating guy. He felt that. Yeah.
So, but the people have spoken. DaBaby is on the fence.
Elton John. Well, Sir Knight Elton John.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Benny and the Jets Elton John.
The Jets had to send a few shots his way.
Yeah. It's been a few women, a few.
Madonna jumped out of nowhere. I'm like, what?
Dua Lipa got on Instagram was like, this isn't the person I did a song with.
You know, Demi Lovato always has to put her 2 cents in.
Which is like fine, but you know, you got to be careful because you're gonna always catch a stray. Even when you right, you gonna catch a stray.
Because she can't even play the victim well because it's like you've overplayed this victim so many times now.
But I don't even think she was trying to. That's what's so
behavior. You still have drug seeking behavior even if you're sober. Like that's bad. Like we see you and that's the first thing we associate you with.
That's tough.
Like if she has a kid, the first thing on everybody's mind is that crack baby. Everybody gonna say it. You know everybody gonna say it.
Everybody will say it.
Everybody gonna say it.
Which is terrible because I think she's truly changed. She has truly changed her life for the better, and it's just like nobody cares.
You did that to her own image.
Yeah.
You did that to yourself.
Yeah. So
shout out to her.
You're vulnerable on the internet.
Yeah, that's it. Don't cry in the phone. Don't cry in the phone.
We've talked about that. We don't want to see the tears.
If you have any kind of past, don't say nothing. Nod and the wave.
Nod and wave,
boys. Nod and
wave.
Or pretend like you sleep.
Yeah.
Mid-interview, too.
So back to DaBaby. Like I said, there's been a lot of pushback against what he has said. Twitter has been just lighting him up.
Like we said, it's Lala weekend. He got canceled last second.
Yeah.
Literally today, this morning. Today's Sunday. We're recording on Sunday.
Yes, we are.
August 1st.
Hey,
he got
first of the
canceled.
month.
Yeah. Bumble. Oh, we're gonna get copyrighted. But yeah.
That's why I added the snaps. This wasn't in this was. But no, continue.
But yeah, he got canceled this morning. Taken off. And they added Mr. Swervo, Chicago's very own. They saw him kill it with Miley on Friday or whatever that day was. And they're like, you know what?
Oh, they gave him this was a second performance they've given him?
Yeah, because he came out with Miley as a surprise.
Oh, why was he with Miley?
Yeah, I don't know. She brought him out, and
she just needs some black friends.
Yeah,
whatever.
I mean, she brought Juicy J and Wiz Khalifa out as well.
That's
okay. Now she's embracing hip hop again.
She brought her back.
Y'all remember when she embraced it? Then she was like, you know what? Hip hop is such a negative, just stain on the world. I can't believe I partnered myself with all these Negroes.
People are really dying in Chicago over there.
Yeah, she's like, we're in Chicago. We'll bring all the black guys. We'll bring out Juicy J and
we'll bring out Juicy J.
Jordan.
Such a huge influence on the Chicago.
We're gonna bring out all the pinstripe jerseys we can find with Rodman and
G Herbo was hanging at the porta potty smoking. Snatched him up.
But anyway, so yes, you are right. They gave him a stage.
Took him off and they added Herbo on it, so shout out to Herbo for that.
Yeah. Because
I saw Herbo, not to diverge from the set conversation, but I saw Herbo a couple years ago at Lala, but they gave him, he was at the smallest stage, because he had just dropped Humble Beast, his first album, official album, so and they gave him the smallest stage, which was packed, because Chicago.
Oh, yeah, it was teeth, man.
It was the smallest stage, and I would see him. And they added him last second. Me and my sister were mad because if they would have added him on Friday, me and her would probably just gotten tickets and just gone to see him again because we were like big Herbo fans. And they gave him the second to biggest stage.
Yeah.
So
shout out to him.
One step away from the biggest stage. Yeah. A couple more years, he'll probably be headlining.
So I need people to understand something. Everybody has their own views and opinions on stuff. That's whatever. The moment you make it public, and my thing is, who you can and can't touch. We talked about this. Whether you agree with the fact that you can't touch that subject or not, you can't touch it. You are affecting money for what? And then T.I. and Boosie always got something to say. Oh, well, if Lil Nas can openly be gay, the baby should be able to say whatever he want to say. It don't work like that.
And made T.I. the spokesperson.
Every time something go down, when Von got shot in Atlanta, keep that in Chicago. Atlanta is Wakanda. We can't have that in here. All right.
And I get that more because it's an Atlanta thing. So I'm like, okay, you could, even though it's like a Chicago beef, but like, okay, you could add your thing. But this is like
it had nothing to do with you
and everything. Boosie's always been a Boosie. Boosie was trending at the beginning of the week because they asked.
A lot of people think Boosie's in the closet.
Because
bro, he be bringing it up like
talking on D Wade's kid.
Bro, don't nobody ask Boosie for his opinion about nothing. And here he come trying to overprove. Oh yeah, I get all the women, and I ain't know this, and I ain't know that. Like, did nobody ask you, bro? It's Tuesday. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Who are you proving yourself to right now?
On Tuesday, remember the thing I was like, I'm not sharing this. Go check out Boosie's Twitter.
Yes.
And it was just some girls doing the dude.
Yeah.
And I'm like, for what? On Twitter? For what?
What do you gain from this?
You got because they had on the Breakfast Club the CEO of Instagram and Charlamagne asked them, why'd you ban Boosie? And they're like, we gave him like 7 strikes and told him to stop putting naked girls on. Listen. So we took him off. There's only so many chances we could give you.
Right.
Before we know you don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you don't care. So. It's like, it's not 05 anymore. Yeah. Like, Boosie, you got to understand that he was away for a while. Yeah. So it's like, your way of doing, because my thing is, if somebody like a Cat Williams or even a Dave Chappelle to a certain extent can adapt with the times and be like, okay, I don't want to lose any more money. Yeah. Let me not keep saying something that's going to offend this specific group of people.
I would say Cat Williams, because Dave Chappelle, even though he like at first I guess his stuff was offensive, yeah, but it was more like well thought out. Yeah, Cat Williams was just. Yeah, shit. It
was just blatant. Right. So, but once again, a time of the time. My thing is, somebody like DaBaby, you don't even have that excuse. No. You didn't blow up until 2019.
25, our age.
He may be a little bit. He may be pushing 30. Yeah, he may be but it's like. When you blew up, this wasn't a thing you could say anymore. It don't matter how old you are. Once you get on the scene, you know what you can and can't say. Even rappers we like the Kendrick Lamars, the J. Cole's, the Drake maybe not, but they've had lines here and there. Yeah. They know they can't say it. They can't do that specific song anymore.
It's different.
I haven't seen Lil Wayne try to perform a Millie.
No.
So it's like.
You see, the only person who get away with that is Eminem.
And even he stopped.
But he stopped, but then like, you've been 30 years in the game. Like, you've had 30 years.
Like you said, when he called Tyler the F word, he blurred it.
Yeah, so it's like he was like, I can't do that no more. Yeah. And he even went and apologized later on. Yeah, so it's like, if Eminem of all people can grow up and be like, alright, this wasn't the best move. Mind you, he pushing 50, so like stuff you would hope eventually your mind evolves to okay.
Yeah, you would definitely think. And then being just in the spotlight, it's just like, I don't care how edgy you are or how strongly you feel. I mean, like, there's a time and place for everything.
Yeah.
Like, you went out of your way to describe that scenario.
Yeah, because it wasn't.
Nobody was thinking about that.
Nobody was thinking about that.
What do you think about like the agenda or anything? It's like a mid-concert.
It's like you just felt like
saying, wave your arms like you just don't care. Single ladies, put your hands up, make some noise. Single
you could have said, if you ain't a bitch ass nigga, put your hands up. And that would have been perfect.
That's his little catchphrase too. So yeah,
perfect. Then, but you had to get super specific.
The craziest.
That's a very specific scenario.
A little mini half apology where he said
when he dropped the music video?
When he said that his gay fans were classy gay fans. He's not talking about those gay fans. He's like, my gay fans would never suck dick in the parking lot. He said my gay fans are classy. He literally, I'm not making that. He said that verbatim.
I believe you. That's what's so funny is I believe you. 100%. I believe that is what he said.
He might have said another word in there.
Yeah.
Wait, now clean it up a little bit, but it's pretty much verbatim.
It's just like, how many different ways do you plan?
Leave him alone. You didn't have to bring them up at all.
No, I'm just trying to think with him. How many different ways do you plan to alienate people? You've already alienated black women or a decent amount of black women by siding with Tory Lanez. And then you go out of your way.
It's like I'm siding with Tory. He's like, oh, he's my boy. It's like I'm actively
trolling
him and bringing him out in little costumes and stuff.
See, that's where the money's at.
Shenanigans.
There's got to be more money in supporting than it has to be in alienating her.
When both of them hit rock bottom, there's a tour waiting for both of them to just diss the shit out of Meg for 6 months.
But who's gonna go to those concerts?
The people,
fellas.
6ix9ine is still around. Come on, people will go to that.
No,
people
like kids who love trolling. That's what.
But I don't know. Like DaBaby is kind of weird because, like I said, he tried to do the also in his like half apology thing. He did, you know, like how white people will be like, oh, but I have black friends and stuff.
I have gay friends.
Did you see what he said? He didn't say that, but he said there was a person at that concert in the front row with a, he was a guy with a crop top and he was vibing. So he saw a guy with a crop top. One, he automatically assumed he was gay just because he had a crop top on. And then two, he's like, I was vibing with him. And it's like, okay, like he knew every word. And it's like, what does that mean?
And like
it doesn't mean anything. That's the issue.
And like I said, this isn't my fight, so I'm not going to defend it that much.
No.
But it's just like, you went out of your way. Like, I believe in freedom of speech, but
there's also
like if you think this out, is it worth the headache?
Yeah. My thing, that's all I'm saying.
Just think about it before you say it. I'm not telling you not to say it, but don't complain about this with the consequence.
Yeah, you can't.
You obviously made this choice to say that.
You can't go out of your way to complain. Oh, why did I get removed from Lala? You know why you got removed from Lala. Yeah. You know why money is not. It may stop coming in from certain avenues. My thing is, rappers need to understand something. A lot of times, that too. But then it's like these newer age rappers, it's sponsorships is a thing now. Yeah. You got to know what you can and can't say, because now it's like, because think about even when
half your resources.
Think about when Rick Ross said what he said and Lil Wayne said they both lost sponsorships like the next week.
Yeah,
it's like.
Because sponsorships, like they're the ones that pay your label's not gonna pay you. Your streams.
Yeah.
At least from what I heard, like I'm not in the industry. Like,
the streams is trash.
Streams, people make money off of his tours.
Yes.
And live shows.
Yes.
Mainly like DeltaPalooza's
and merch.
The festivals. Because they pay you up front and shit. They pay you in cash sometimes and stuff. Just to get like I don't know how it works, but like get taxes. Like I'm assuming. And so that's what gets you paid, not the streaming. So you might get your YouTube views up. But when no one shows up to your concerts, really, like when the ladies
was it worth it?
I might not go to the baby concert. My girl's like, oh, I don't have a girl.
But your female friends.
It's like, oh, I want to see the baby. All right, I'll go see the baby with you or something. I want to go see Meg. Oh, and then I'm like, oh, I like the baby. My girl's like, oh, you can't support the baby. I'm a Meg fan. Blah blah blah. It's fucked up. And I'm like, all right, I fuck the baby.
And
like,
it's like let the record show. I don't not support DaBaby because of this. I just didn't support him like that before.
His music I had fell off with his music for a while anyway.
He has a bad track record, and like we said, because like I think a couple weeks ago, or with the Kanye thing, it came up that like cancel culture, you can't cancel people.
Yeah.
But you can't cancel people of a certain magnitude. You can't cancel Beyonce. You can't cancel, even as fucked up as it sounds, you can't cancel really R. Kelly.
You really
they
can't.
Still play him in the clubs. You still hear his music.
And the simple fact that everybody brings up, oh, you shouldn't listen to R. Kelly, is the fact, is reason why you can't cancel R. Kelly, because his name is always going to be,
because like he's of a certain like
he's in an elite class.
Yeah.
You know?
When the average person maybe knows 2 songs, you're gonna get canceled. It's like, okay, I don't need to care about him. Like,
and then it's almost like you didn't even get canceled. You just screwed yourself.
Yeah.
Like, it was literally, all you had to do was shut up. You was already, like I said, on thin ice about the whole Meg Thee Stallion situation.
Performance up until that point.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, bro, what are you doing?
This is bull in a china shop.
Yeah. And he was the one tweeted a couple weeks ago he wanted a Jay-Z feature. That's never gonna happen.
No.
It's not gonna happen, especially now while he represented Meg.
Yeah.
And you ain't even tried to apologize. All you did was basically double down.
That bridge is burnt.
Oh yeah.
Like you performed on the biggest stage.
I ain't gonna hold you. Besides maybe like Lil Wayne, he's probably not gonna get any big name features, because it's like all this going, even if they like him to a certain extent, it's like, well, I can't have everybody attacking me because now it's like I'm picking you over Meg.
Yeah.
It's like, screw that. Like, nigga, I just won't do a song with you.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, he completely alienated himself at this point. He better hope like Tory like starts making amazing music or something, or they have like a whole album together coming out. Probably.
Yeah, they're gonna probably start a podcast and be super ignorant to them.
They're gonna have to.
Like you said,
some type of show.
You don't have to be like the person on the front lines, like with Jack Harlow, who's like making music with Lil Nas X and stuff, like actively like playing along with the.
You just gotta shut up.
You just don't have to say anything. You don't have to.
You really don't.
At all.
Every time something like this comes up, I think about like episode 3 where you was just like, you know what I can do?
Yeah.
Turn away. Yeah. Like if you really don't like it that much, just turn away. Don't comment on it.
It's weird if you say something. It's like the pregnant lady. Like you don't have to say anything at all. You don't owe this lady no type of question. She don't owe you no answer. So why would you ask?
Are you pregnant? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
for what?
This has nothing to do with you at all. So don't say nothing. That's all it is.
Somebody, a homegirl of mine, she tweeted. She was like, because it was mostly a lot of the rappers and Southern rappers. They was like, for a lot of guys who don't agree with something, y'all find reasons to talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
You know how many people screwed themselves just by saying, I like Trump? You know how many people, mad celebrities that they didn't ask you about Trump, but you opened your mouth and now you screwed yourself.
Because you thought, oh, freedom of speech. No, it don't work like that when the masses don't like this person.
If somebody asks you about banana pudding, don't talk about the 9/11 attacks. Like, don't do that. Just answer the question about banana pudding. That's it. You don't have to say shit that don't involve you.
Banana pudding, don't bring up pudding pops.
You know what I'm saying? This ain't about that. This is what this is about.
Stick with the topic at hand.
You had DeltaPalooza. You want people to get your hands in the air. If you ain't a bitch ass in the air, put your hands in the air. Everybody would
I'm not.
You say this and you what? Like, wait a minute.
Because like the crowd can't, the crowd. If you say, then it's like, are you?
Because what if the dude next to you throw his hands up in the air and you look around like, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Because I'm in a situation. He hit the trifecta. So he said first the HIV thing.
Yes.
The second thing he said that we skipped over. He asked the ladies make some noise if your thing is wet. I mean,
oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
I'm like, this is also crazy.
It's also
Make some noise if it smells like water, and I'm like, I don't know what women I don't even know what water smells like. First of all, it doesn't really have
this nigga just don't like money at the end.
They threw the bat signal up. It was the piano in the sky.
The DJ was, like hyping him up as well, backing him up, being the additive being in the background.
That was his paycheck.
So it sounds like maybe I don't know if it was planned. Or the DJ just like, all right, let's go along.
It's just one of them things like DJs, you got to go along with what you got to keep the crowd involved because it's like there was because as soon as he started talking, there was like a hush over the crowd. There was like confusion, and the DJ was like, oh, don't act different either. You know what we're talking about.
We dying on this bridge.
For my rap heads, you don't want to be DJ Woo Kid with 50 Cent. 50 Cent's always fighting DJ Woo Kid on stage. Literally on stage, it's like DJ Woo Kid just fucked up the song. Inspired.
Didn't Biggie throw his bottle at his you keep messing up, man.
He don't want to become one of those, so he's like, oh, just back him up.
Oh yeah, that'll be the last time he's on a Lala stage.
I mean, this transition straight into Lala, just COVID-Palooza. So this could be a separate topic. I just have a question right now that I made up.
What's up?
Right now.
Oh, okay. Let's go. I like it.
No, we're talking about the DJs. How do you feel about the artists that literally just go and play their music in the background? And they just let the records play basically, and they're basically ad-libbing their own song. Okay. Because I saw a while ago, I was just on YouTube looking up old live performances, and I saw a Jay-Z one for the So Def. Jermaine Dupri brought out Jay-Z as a special guest, and they were playing his record while Jay-Z was trying to perform it, and Jay-Z cut it, and he's like, he yelled at the DJ right now because that's why it came up. Yeah. He yelled at the DJ, he's like, just play the instrumental. Why bring me to this play? Why would I come here if you're just gonna play the song over me? There's no point in me being here if that's the case. Just play the instrumental. I'll rap my verses. Yeah. So it's like it's a live performance. This is what the people pay for. To see me rap it live, not to hear the song. They could go on Spotify and listen to it. So what do you feel about that?
Go ahead, J-Baby. I'll answer after you.
Oh, no, because I don't really have too much to go into that. I want to see them perform the song. Yeah. There's a certain ones when it's like...
Yeah, the Twista ones where he's like, maybe I can't rap 10,000 words. No, not even that. I ran out of words.
But just look at Kendrick Lamar, Drink. I wouldn't mind him playing that instrumental because that's the crowd one. You're going to get the crowd involved in that one. Yeah. But I want to hear him do rigor mortis. Yeah. I don't want to hear him just come in the middle of his... No, I want to see that whole thing. Yeah. But if it's the single, if it's the I Love Myself, you can let that joint rock. You can just let that rock and you can chime in with your ad-lib. Okay. But for the majority, I want to see the performance.
Because I've been seeing some sets, at least for this one, for Lala and Rolling Loud that was last week. And a lot of them, we were making jokes, the Coil Ray one, she just played the records and she was just dancing around. So I could feel like that's why maybe her live audience wasn't as into it. Because you're just playing the Spotify. I just hit, the DJ's not doing any work. You literally just put Spotify and press play. Right. I could do that shit.
Maybe adds a cut here or something.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to not have a super extended answer, but I saw this topic actually. It was on Twitter, and they was complaining. It was like, I'm tired of seeing rappers and artists basically just rap along, like just have the music on, like you said, in the background. So there's a couple things that go into factor with that. It depends on how much of a performer the person is. So for somebody like a Chris Brown, that's really what he does. He has the music playing. He does a lot of dancing.
Yeah, but he's dancing.
But see, he does a lot. So it's kind of like
it's a show.
It's kind of like you can give him, like y'all say, give him a little bell because it's like you doing all these flips and everything. I'm not expecting you to be able to sing, turn up the music as he's doing the flip. Okay, cool. But like you said, somebody like a Drake, like a Kendrick Lamar, like a J. Cole, who don't do no dancing, they may run around a little bit, but it's like, I do come to see you rap because I'm not expecting you to start bust out breakdancing.
Like J. Cole, I know this is your first time gonna go see him, but he raps. He just plays the instrumental and he raps his own. Yeah. He doesn't really play unless it's like one of those songs where it has like a different tone. Yeah. KOD, where he had the
Kill Edward,
Edward in the background. Like he'll do that for that, or he'll sometimes play a feature.
Yeah.
He'll hit the feature rock. But that's about it. He performs his own stuff.
Yeah, so overall, I would obviously much rather prefer, because like I believe like once I kind of find my sound out and I start performing, I want to do my own stuff. But see, it also depends on like what type of rapper somebody. So like with Twista, I can't say for a fact he does, but I know sometimes on like verses where I may spit a little bit faster, you do punches because you run out of breath in the studio. So you can only imagine running around stage trying to interact. You gonna run out of breath. So it's like sometimes there do be spots. Even Eminem does it. Like when he asks his, like, I'm gonna show y'all how fast I can rap. The 9 be right next to him. Like, all right, I know you about to run out. I got you. So it's like it kind of depends on the artist. If you're a dancer, singer type stuff, I can give you a little bit of bail, because if you're doing like it'd be different if you just like rocking back from, like if you got a full choreography, you jumping and everything, okay, cool. But if you just a rapper and like you don't really like, you don't move around the stage a lot, I think it's a little, it's kind of cheating. It's kind of sort of just let it rock, because it's like you could have did that, but I understand, like, you know, artists, they're different. Sometimes the energy, it burns them out. But like, don't just sit there and just let it just play. I'll give you that.
But I want to ask you a question off this too. So how do you feel? I heard this question on another podcast about like an R&B performer. Because, you know,
not a dancer, just
like a performer, because you know it's not gonna be a lot of moving around. It ain't gonna be a lot of hype rapping, and probably gonna be sitting there. Do you want your songstress
like
the
Weeknd? I'm trying to hear the Weeknd sing.
Yeah,
I'm saying like how it like. Do you want the Weeknd to just be standing there? Like, could he sit down?
It varies per song, because certain songs it's like, okay, it's you know the mood of the song. Right. Also, a lot of times R&B singers are really good with using the lights to kind of tell the story with their song. Right. So like if they go to like a low blue, you're like, all right, you're gonna sit down and sing or something. But if it's like a bunch of red, vibrant oranges and stuff, I'm expecting you to kind of move around based off the energy of the song. Like if like, okay, so if the Weeknd is performing what's that latest song that I'm not expecting him to be sitting down singing that. You're supposed to be running because of the energy of the song. But if he's doing like the hills, I can see him sitting if he wanted to, or like very little movement because of like the going low until the going high. So even if he sings like the main part like chilling, and then when I only call you, and then he explodes up, I can see that. But like a Giveon has a lot of chill songs. Like, so like I can see him just standing around, kind of, it, you know who you going to type of deal. So I think the people who are paying to go watch those people perform, like a Bryson Tiller or somebody perform, they know, okay, this is a more chill artist.
Because like with not to interrupt you, sorry.
Go ahead.
But like with this is a couple years old. Oh man.
Wow. Gotta wake up.
Some people we just triggered some people.
Oh no, I gotta go to work.
I know this is a couple years ago, but with Summer Walker, where they were saying she wasn't even singing, she would just show up to the club, play her song, and she would just stand there.
Yeah.
So that's it's like, I know, you're the singer, your songs aren't crazy songs.
Yeah.
I'm expecting you to sing.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting you to play the record.
Yeah.
I can just be at home and listen to the record.
Yeah. Because like with like
that's a fair argument, like all the way around.
Just tie it back to Lala, like with Playboy Carti performed a couple days ago, and he from his set that I was watching, he was just playing the record. I mean, given his fans are insane.
Yeah, I feel like with artists like that, they go more just to watch the fans, like, because it's like you just want to see how people. Because I don't think I've seen like some clips of Uzi performing, and he don't really be doing a whole, but he runs. He has a lot of energy though. He runs around a lot. So it's kind of like you kind of know who you paying for at that point, especially when somebody's been out for a like you said. It's my first time going to see J. Cole, so I've seen clips of him perform, so I kind of have an idea. But I know, like, he's going to rap. But I'm not expecting him to bust out into a dance number or nothing crazy like that.
Break out the card.
So, like you feel me? It's just one of them things. It varies per artist. I do want to see the performer perform, though.
Yeah.
Like, if you go, like, if your music video for that specific song is high energy and crazy, unless you're changing the instrumental for whatever, like the effect of the concert, I want to see that same energy while you perform it.
You want to go see Michael Jordan dog?
Yeah.
If you go see Michael Jordan, you want to see him dog?
Yeah. So that's a great question though. That's a great question.
That's a really good question.
Shout out to DJ Wu King.
So like
friend of the podcast, he called me the other day. Said he wants to get an interview.
So we were talking about obviously the concerts and how wide open, how wild everybody is going.
COVID bad.
So Gamma and Delta variant are out there acting a fool. So what are y'all thinking?
She a Delta, so she's been throwing that dynamite.
I'm taking my Signified ass back.
How's it looking? How y'all think it's going?
I don't know. 180,000 to see with some hot girls. 180,000 hot girls.
Whew.
See Miss Megan Thee Stallion.
Bro, that's crazy. They were shoulder to shoulder. Like,
bro, it looked like when SpongeBob was selling the pretty patty. Oh, bro, Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
It look. COVID had a quadruple double.
Chicago.
I think this is their last little bit of money before they close it back up.
It was funny because like you showed me, Lori was at the concert.
Yeah.
After she put the mask mandate back.
Yeah.
She's going to hand check everybody's hand. Hey,
She had a bunch of masks and them beefy suits she was wearing. She was like, all right, what you need? We have black, blue, pink.
I got cloth.
I got
Blackhawks, man.
I got one with a filter.
N95, they ain't got these.
So what y'all think?
This mask is going back on. That's what they gotta do, and then we gonna lock it down.
Yeah, I was telling the
again.
fellas right before, I got a trip planned out at the end of the month. Gotta wait it out, bro.
Yeah.
COVID just like, I don't know if I can do 2 weeks.
You my man, but
I can't do 2 weeks.
Yeah, I got you at the end of the month, bro. I got you.
COVID been feeling real disrespected. Like, oh, y'all just gonna go back outside like I said y'all could go out?
Don't call it a comeback.
Oh God, man, he came with 2 of his homies.
Yeah. And they beefing, so it's
Like who can get who sick first at this point?
Nah, it's just really a pain. I wish we would have followed through. But now, like, I'm kind of getting back used to it. I've enjoyed the world a little bit.
Yeah.
Saw what I was missing. I'm ready to just lock it back up.
It's tough. My thing is, I know we need to get locked back up. I don't know if we will, mostly because I don't trust the government to take care of us because they didn't take care of us probably the first time. So now we locked back down a second time, and it's not even gonna be the whole country because you know Florida gonna say no, you know Texas gonna say no.
Yeah, I mean at this point the government, like it's okay to say I don't know what's going on. I know they're not gonna say it because they don't want to cause like people to get scared. Like the government wants to make sure like that we think that they know everything at all. So they're not gonna just be like we don't know what's gonna happen. They want to be like, okay, mask on, mask off, mask on, mask off.
I feel like that's even worse. That's even worse though, because the CDC honestly looks like they just guessing.
Yeah. Because you don't want to just go with like mass, you know that you don't want to just be like, oh my God, fire, and everybody's like, where's the fire? Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't want the bigger problem to be like, hey, we're fucking lost out here.
My thing is though, if they would,
everybody's gonna be like, well, I can't trust the government, then I'm gonna just do my own thing.
But like, you never could you really ever trust the government?
No.
Exactly. So my thing is, now obviously the CDC isn't the government, but if they would have just been like, more or less, because if they would have just stuck to their guns and been like, y'all niggas can open up if y'all want to, but keep the mask on. Even if they would have did that much, I feel like it would have went over a lot better. They was like, oh well, if you got half of a vaccine, go ahead and take it off in the jewel osco.
And next to somebody with a vaccine,
you did straight.
Like with I don't know if you've seen the videos with a lot of the way they're checking the because they're like, oh well, everyone here is vaccinated because they have to show their cards. Mm-hmm. They're just walking up with a card in there and walking through the line because obviously there's a disgusting amount of people. So if you're properly checking everyone's card. Oh Jesus! Yeah. If you're properly checking the cards, it's gonna be like a 6-hour wait to get inside. So they're just literally putting their cards in the air and walking through. I could literally grab it I could grab the docket right now,
fold it,
and that's it.
Hey, buy this docket. I mean, vaccination card.
Real quick, how much we selling this for?
I've been thinking about a number. We gonna sell it for 21.
Yeah. I like it. All right, but like I was thinking like there was always an easier way, in my opinion, to track people who are wevaccinated. My thing is, we're not even that, but everybody that's going out of their way to get the shot is in some type of system anyway. So you would have been better just putting them in a COVID database if they had got the shot. That way, something. That way, at the very least, when you go online, because you have to go online to buy your lotto ticket, right?
Yes, sir.
All you have to do, literally, you just match it up with the COVID database. Okay, you're in the database. You good to go.
That's smart.
That's how I would have did it. If you would have just
license that right now. LLC.
We might as well. You might, because the CDC, they need some niggas up in there telling them what to do.
This is August 1st. The time is 9:06 p.m.
We created an idea. It's ours.
A COVID database. It is ours. You heard it here first. This will be out on Monday. Okay.
But the database too. We gonna work on it.
But that's all you had to do. Once somebody, now that would have been a little bit tricky because I know that there were a few. Not even that, but there were a few immigrants who went and got it because you didn't need to show like insurance or nothing. It was just like we want people to be safe. So that's a little bit tougher. So it's like I get it, but it's like I feel like you could have like even if it was something you could have opted into. Like, would you mind putting your name into this database for other events in case you want to go and view or whatnot? That would have, I think, made stuff a lot more easier.
With the way they be stealing people's information,
that's true.
That'd be a terrible idea. No,
yes and no, because it's like our stuff.
Unless they like for them to rush that out, like no, it'd be bad.
But like nobody is truly off the grid. I personally believe nobody is truly off the grid.
I mean, a couple of weeks ago, I got my credit card info stolen.
So it's like, and like,
look at how easy they can hack an app like that with everybody's driver's license and information and stuff.
I feel like all you gotta do is give your name and date of birth.
Man, you know how many fake IDs that people got out here? You be having all type of vaccine cards with, oh yeah, I'm Ronald McDonald.
No, I'm saying like when you go to like register for concerts and public events, you buy your stuff online and then you type your name and date of birth and they run it up against the database because I mean I highly doubt there's another Ricardo Whitehead born in October 7th on the thing. You feel me? So it's like I feel like they could have figured it out. That's how I get what you're saying though because that is. You get those naysayers like, oh well, they have your information. You pay taxes.
Because I listened to this other podcast, and one of the dudes, he's like, I travel a lot. I don't want to get the vaccine. You know, to fly, you need the vaccine.
Yeah.
He said he bought a fake COVID, like the little paper they give you, and it's just insane to me. They're making those.
Yeah, it's
like,
a resale on the joints. Like I got 2 Modernas on this one. I'm dead ass serious, bro. It's crazy out here.
Oh wait, real quick. Speaking of the vaccines to even begin with, did y'all hear Pfizer or whoever somebody was trying to say if you get a 3rd shot, now it'll help you against the Delta variant. They real life
figure that out.
They are real life just guessing at this point. There's a picture that went viral. Some dude or girl, I couldn't tell, had got 15 shots. We're on our way there at this point because, bro, just get another shot.
I'm gonna get the 2.
They were saying
I'm getting my 2. Yeah, I'm getting my 2.
They were saying that they might just make it like the flu shot where you have to get it every year. Or the flu shot you don't have to get it, but
it's recommended. I could accept that. Instead of you just lying and being like, you know what, if you get 15 in this arm and then 3 in your thigh, you'll be
straight for like 3 months.
Come on now, like just say you don't know what's going on. Because my thing is, I would rather they say they don't know what's going on than to just come up with stuff on the spot. Because you get people who are either naive and just go along with it without thinking, or you get the super naysayers. Oh well, you see, that's why nobody should be vaccinated or wear masks or even wash their hands. Sir, wait a minute.
It was a problem to get people to wash their hands. Let's not forget that.
I will never forget that.
That was like the biggest thing. Like, hey, we can defeat this in 2 weeks if y'all wash our hands.
Remember, it was supposed to be 2 weeks.
They said 2 weeks. That was it,
bro. I was like, this is spring break.
This is a year.
We a year and a half almost.
A year and a half into it already. It's supposed to be 2 weeks. 3 at the most. 3 at the most.
Hey, you know what's so funny though? They said 2 weeks, but they didn't even give like strict guidelines. They was just like, oh yeah, in 2 weeks. Then they was like, oh, it's not working. Let's start giving y'all guidelines now. Oh, y'all not listening. Okay, well, maybe the president will be on our side. Oh, y'all don't need to wear masks.
Just start doing the public executions. Be like, show me your vaccine. I did.
Remember people were scared of that when they did the curfew. When they were like, everything's closed after like 7 or whatever.
They were talking about putting the National Guard in Chicago for the longest.
They always quick to do that with them. They be right down the street. They be, hey, y'all have a lot of crime this weekend. National Guard coming.
They must be bored. They bored.
They got IC on standby.
Everybody, hey, you ready? Because it's caused some havoc.
Hey, I just saw somebody run a red light. Is it go time? Is it time come?
That's crazy. And, you know, God willing, we could all tell this story to all our children.
Yeah.
Like our grandkids.
And kids, like, hopefully. God damn.
We live through that shit. It's crazy. We're gonna put 2012 movie on and this.
No, they just got the year wrong. That's all it was.
They messed it up. 2021 was terrible too.
That's so weird, man.
Nutty.
I'm just hoping that, like, I hope that I'm still able to go to the Cole concert because, like, I had a comedy show I was gonna go to that got canceled when COVID hit, and it's like they rescheduled. I'm like, all right, cool. that's looking like that may be up in the air too at this point now. So it's just like, it's stuff that you wanted to do, and like it sucks because like when you tried to follow the rules, it wasn't even one of them like, oh, I'm gonna be outside regardless. It's like, no, I stayed my butt inside. Wow. I got to wait to prove it. Like I didn't go anywhere. I tried to do.
I did my part.
Nobody
else follows through. The government.
And now I got to do it all over again. It's like I can do it. I know I can do it, but it's like I would much rather not.
The only way they getting us back in the house is if they put that lockdown, and then that Monday, that's $2,000 hit the bank.
It would have to. It would have to.
It would have to. It'd have to be like $3,500. You'd have to just smack that. Everybody account. You got to eat that to get people back in the house.
They might as well.
That's what you're going to have to do.
That, they need to go ahead and just forgive all student loans just because.
Whoa.
Yes.
Slow down. They're not going to do all that.
They need to?
They not.
Oh, you're telling me that if they was like, if y'all sit inside for 2 weeks, we will forgive all student debt. Niggas not finna sit inside?
No, I'm just saying they won't.
They won't, but they ain't gonna give us a $3,500 stimulus either.
They better give us something.
So it's just like, there's a bunch of things they should do that they probably not gonna do. And it sucks.
Yeah, it's definitely bad. It's just bad. Niggas died over a chicken sandwich last year.
Niggas was getting stabbed.
That's crazy, bro.
That was the beginning of the end times.
3 years, bro.
That was the beginning of the end times when you was really about to fight over a chicken sandwich.
Oh, you died for a chicken sandwich.
In Popeye's chicken.
In Popeye's.
And they smacked though. I tried one.
It was definitely not worth my life.
It wasn't worth dying.
No.
Come on, man.
This world is weird, man. They got nuggets now. Be careful. Stay strapped out there. If you grabbing some nuggets, Popeyes.
You gotta go with a sword just to go get some nuggets at this point.
Up out here. Get the buses ready. One trip, man. It's like Mad Max in the Popeye.
You got your specific games. How many nuggets you here for, cuz?
Tenders of nuggets.
Yeah.
Secret code in this.
Gotta knock twice on the back door just to get your secret stash.
But yeah, everybody stay safe out here.
Please stay safe.
Lala's over, so
Lala's over? Okay.
Yeah, today was last.
Today's Sunday. It ends around 10, so we have 40 minutes left.
Traffic was, yeah.
There's only 40 minutes left.
I don't know if you guys want to talk about that quick Lala thing where the Miley Cyrus fans were fighting.
Yes, we got to talk. You got to talk about this. Go ahead.
So Lala, amazing show. I've been 3-4 years, and
Did it hurt you to not go this year?
No, because I didn't like the lineup really.
Okay.
Except like Tyler, but I'm not gonna go get COVID over Tyler. Kanye maybe.
He instantly.
He would have been backstage somehow. I will die for this.
Well, yeah. So Lala had the bright idea of putting Miley Cyrus as the headliner for Friday, I believe, and right before her, they had Playboy Cardi perform. So if you don't know how Lala works, it's you get in where you fit in, first come first serve. So the Miley Cyrus stands got there bright and early to get front row tickets to see Miley at the end of the day. And the Playboy Cardi fans got there bright and early to see Playboy Cardi play at like 7 p.m., 6 p.m. whenever he performed.
Yeah.
And once Playboy Cardi played first, those 12-year-old to 19-year-old white girls had to fight these 20-year-old,
25-year-old
Playboy Cardi stands, mosh pits and everything. So it was trending all over Twitter.
Fanny packs and all type of stuff.
This girl posted a picture of her bleeding because someone punched her in the face.
Because of the mosh pit, right? Yeah.
They were beating up little girls and stuff.
And it was trending. And obviously some of those girls, they were like, pay $400. I got here at 9 a.m.
I got beat up.
And I got beat up. I perform. So that's on Lala's part. You gotta plan better. You gotta think of your artists. Maybe play the pop stars on one stage. Play
they wouldn't be
rappers on another.
Hopefully they would be all 18 years old at Lollapalooza.
I've seen 16, 15-year-old girls. I was like, God damn. I saw 1 year. I went quick divergent. I saw we were just getting there. Me and my group of friends that went, and we were still far from the stage. These white girls in front of us. One of them just passed out, and we're like, "Yo, she's good," and she's like, "Oh no, we did some drugs and
didn't drink any water."
She literally passed out. They threw water on her. She revived. Her friends picked her up, took 2 steps, collapsed again, then threw more water on her. She revived again.
Yeah, she was a plant.
And then all her friends dragged her. She crashed into me, so now I got glitter all on my face. Glittered up. And it was insane. And and I'm just like,
damn.
This is not what I signed up for.
This is not what I signed up for. Even though I enjoy a lot of it, very much so.
That's good though.
But
I mean, just be safe, everybody. That's hilarious though.
That's crazy. She's sloppy drunk like that.
Folks, real life just be risking their life for this. It's to each his own.
To each his own.
To each his own.
I just enjoy it a lot because it's a $400 ticket, but I get to see like 6 of my favorite artists every year. So like with Cole, I spend damn near just for him for almost $400. So.
You spent rent.
Yeah. So I'd rather pay $400 to see like 6 of my favorite artists.
Sorry, Drew.
I saw Lil Wayne.
I ain't got it today.
Oh man, what else we got on the docket?
Let's talk about the most diverse actress in Hollywood. She can play a man. She can play Asian. She can play black.
We are talking about Scarlett Johansson.
The Black Widow.
So, for those who don't know, Scarlett Johansson just released, or Disney just released, the Black Widow movie starring Scarlett Johansson. But there is an issue, and she is suing Disney because they told her that they were going to release this solely for the theaters. Now, for those who don't know, almost all streaming services, starting with HBO, were doing dual releases. They was doing both the theaters and the streaming thing. So there's like a lot of folks still scared to go to the movie theaters. Disney, however, was like, well, if we gonna release it on the streaming service, you gotta pay for it. So a lot of niggas was like, well, I just won't watch these movies until they free. Like folks, cause like quick divergent was like with the Mulan thing. I was the first one to do it. Niggas was like, I'm not about to pay for Mulan.
I'm not paying $30.
And then it was like it was trash, and then now it's free again.
It's not even not paying $30, and I could keep it.
I was renting it.
It was a rental. It was a rental
for a day or a weekend.
2 days, and I'm only gonna watch it once.
Come on now. So back
watching a movie 3 times.
Exactly. Like, what is this Hollywood video? Like,
right.
we're not doing
No, I'm not.
So back to the Scarlett Johansson thing. They did a dual release, even though apparently according to her contract they said this was going to be solely for the theater. So she is suing them. I think she said that they cost her potentially like $50 million because they did a dual release, and folks was like, it's Marvel, I'll pay for this. And so Disney clapped back and was like, this is very selfish of her to, in the middle of a pandemic, to think, oh well, you said it was going to be solely in the theaters. And then somebody tweeted and was like, whenever a company starts bringing up the pandemic, they 100% violated their contract. 100%. So what do y'all think about how this went down? I just want to see, nobody ever defeats the mouse. So if she's able to get any type of money back,
they made her character.
Yeah, but still,
that's a contract though, regardless.
I'm just saying, but that's Disney. Like,
I know that
Disney been shady.
I know they put out the movie because they always want to be on track. They already have like 10 years before
of movies planned ahead.
Have, like, this is gonna drop here, in order to follow the timeline, all that good shit. But you could have waited, especially if it's like, because with how I know some actors get paid, it's like, depending how many buys or how much money it does in the box office, you get this certain percentage. That's
how Robert Downey Jr. had restructured his contract.
You get this cut. So if a lot of it's streaming and there's, I rent it out and me, the fellas, and we all bring people, like our friends and stuff.
12 people watch one screen.
Yeah, and we only pay $30. So that's 2 movie tickets for 12 people.
Yeah.
Basically, essentially, we got it basically for free.
Essentially, yeah.
Movie. Then, she just lost 10 ticket sales.
So it's one of those things where it's like, because for those, I mean, not spoiler alert, I guess, but she died in she died in the Endgame movie. So it's like this was probably gonna be her last like Marvel hurrah, unless they got something going on where she can get revived. So it's like, for her last go out, mind you, she never had a solo movie or nothing. So like for her only solo movie to be, oh yeah, we gonna jip you out of potentially $50 million. I get it. And then you brought up Emma Stone, didn't you?
Yeah,
what's going on with her?
She's potentially might sue, but like I said, I think she's gonna see if Miss Johansson could win. Johansson wins, definitely Emma Stone's gonna drop in, because they released also Cruella, that movie, the same thing, theaters and streaming.
The movie must have bombed. That's what.
Yeah, well,
I didn't hear nothing about it.
I'm just saying, when they make the $350 million, they don't really give a shit.
And plus, this isn't the first 100. They already have a live action 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah.
So
This is supposed to be her origin story or something.
Nobody ever cared about her origin story.
But they gotta be original. They have to be false, fake original. They instead of just making
the whole
up.
story's about the dog. It didn't nobody care about the parents.
No. But she, at the end of the day, Cruella was still the main character, even in 101 Dalmatians.
But it's like, why would you give it? Like, who wants a Willy Wonka backstory?
It's just something.
Like, who wants that?
Somebody's gonna watch it.
It's the chocolate factory.
Somebody's gonna watch it though.
I know they shouldn't. Like, they need to stop.
I'm not even arguing with you on that.
I'm not trying to argue
but
with
I'm
you
just
on it,
like,
I'm like, that's crazy. Like, who cares about Willy Wonka's? Oh, now I love candy. Like, come on, I'm gonna watch that.
Where did he get the Oompa Loompas from?
Like, come on.
I am curious where the Oompa Loompas came from. I will not lie about that. That piques my interest.
Miss Emma Stone. She's just. I think she's just gonna wait it out.
She's just gonna play. If
Scarlett wins, then yeah.
She gonna have
loses, to. She's probably not. But and apparently, I saw real quick. Kevin Feige is, which is the director.
Mm-hmm.
He has Scarlett Johansson's back on this. He's writing with it.
Yeah, because that's not his decision.
Yeah.
That's his boss's decisions. Yeah. Like, you can't tell me you're gonna do one, or you can, I guess, when you feel like you own everything. Yeah. But the cop out, because I think, for those who don't know, her movie was delayed a whole year.
Yeah. Right.
Like, the trailer came out either late 2019 or early 2020. So it was like, folks knew she was getting her own movie for a while then, obviously. The COVID, and so it's like you thinking, all right, cool, we opening back up. I'm gonna finally have my chance. You've been holding off on doing anything else. I don't think she was in anything. Now you got to do promo because they still making her do all the promo. Yeah. And then you didn't gypped her and told her, oh yeah, this gonna be on both. You gonna have to just deal with it.
Right?
I get it. And folks were saying, like, I don't even care about necessarily the movie. They just want the mouse to lose for once. Yeah. And it's like, I can understand people's point of view on that. The mouse ain't gonna lose, but it's like, I feel like if there's gonna be a quiet settlement. Because it's like, at the end of the day, if there was a plan to ever bring her back, you don't want there to be animosity. Yeah. Because now you got it, because this one of the...
No, ruin your franchise.
They're gonna give her a show.
Because it's like, this is like one of the one redheads that you can't just up and replace, and it just be like, oh well, this is just another redhead that we got. No, because she's been in the movies for over 10 years.
Yeah, she's been in there.
I mean, she's a staple.
Yeah. So now, speaking of redheads that are easily replaceable, though, Johnny Depp's ex-wife, I want to say her last name correct. It's Amber Heard.
Amber Heard. She used to be.
Yes. People were saying, mind you. Initially, it came out, for those who don't know, Johnny Depp and his ex-wife, Amber Heard, that he was the abusive one. It had reached a boiling point so much that he lost his job with one. He couldn't do another Jack Sparrow situation. And he also was in the Wizarding World, the Fantastic Beast or whatever. He was like one of the main villains or something like that, or main characters. They kicked him off of that role. Yeah. So this is money that he's lost out on because she said that he abused her.
He also does a lot of voiceovers.
Yes. And so obviously a woman abused, especially a white woman getting abused, you might as well hang yourself at that point.
Especially with a guy like Johnny Depp who's more low key.
Yeah.
Low key kept, like he's like the oddball.
He stays out of trouble usually. So what ended up happening, audio leaked that she was actually the abuser. Yeah. I don't know who recorded it, but he basically told her to her face, "You've been telling everybody that you've been beating on me, that I've been beating on
Johnny.
you." Essentially, yeah, like you've been telling everybody that I've been beating on you, and you've literally been the one hitting on me. And she was like, "Oh well, you can't call that a hit. It was an open hand." And this, and so, but he's like, "No, you've been hitting me." Yeah. And she was like, "Okay, so," and everybody was like, okay, well, give Johnny his jobs back and kick her off of Aquaman because she's a very replaceable character. Yeah. I don't remember none of her lines. I don't care about this chick. You want to see Jason Momoa smack a bunch of fish around.
Yeah, he couldn't even do that, right?
Like, you don't care about what Amber Heard has to say about anything. And DC or whoever's in charge, they've said that they're going to stick with Amber Heard. And folks are like, why? She doesn't mean anything.
Fan service.
I mean, DC doing DC.
You can find another decent looking redhead.
I know you can, but fan service.
When Aquaman.
What fan is
pretty privilege?
When Aquaman can't win.
Is that pretty privilege, you think? But I'm saying, like, what?
She's not the world's greatest actor. Sorry, we were all stepping all over you.
Go ahead.
I said when Aquaman can't win in the water, you got bigger fish to fry.
There's actual problems now.
It's not you with sharks or something, bro. You trying to trash with the hand.
Don't forget the lemon pepper either.
Facts.
But I just think it's just stupid. Like, it's like she didn't.
I don't really know what to say on this topic. It's just kind of.
What are your thoughts?
It's one of those double standard things.
I mean,
that's like people don't care when you get beat. Like if a dude gets abused, they don't really care because you're bigger than her. You could take a hit.
Like you could be missing an arm, but if she calls first, you see what I'm saying? It's a weird situation.
Yeah,
because it's like
I feel like it's not that weird though.
Because on the man's side, you're like, oh well, of course you did the right thing not hitting her, but now you're putting yourself in harm's way.
Because it's like one of those things where like maybe she hit you and you call the cops, but the cops show up and they see her crying, they're gonna automatically assume you're the one doing something wild.
Yes.
So
if you got a scratch on you, or if she slaps you and you get skin under it, what are you?
If you grab her too hard to get her off of you, now she got bruises. Now it's like
I'm putting myself in this situation. Now I'm supposed to just sit here and get my ass whooped. It's like that's tough. That's tough.
One of those wild things. You just gotta walk away.
You just gotta walk.
But this one is tricky because it's playing with his money.
Yeah.
It's not like a regular. She might not go tell your job, or even if she does, it's not a big thing.
Yeah, it's like
that's still keep you employed.
Yeah.
But this is one of those things. He just
it's like I can go to another job.
Built a character.
He had 2 roles of a lifetime. He literally, you don't think Jack Sparrow without thinking.
You have 2 characters.
Yes.
Yeah.
That you can no longer do because Disney don't. Because you got to think about when the whole thing with T.I. and Tiny and that whole like sex cult dropped or whatever, Disney kicked him off of Ant-Man immediately. Yeah. Because it was like whatever's going on, we don't want that being attached to Ant-Man at all.
And that dude sided with DaBaby, so like it's like come on, like you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So then back to the Johnny Depp situation, it's like the truth comes out and he still can't get his jobs back.
Like that wasn't his only role, like just Jack Sparrow, but he was a regular on Disney. You know, he was in Alice in the Wonderland. He was in like
a key figure in Disney.
He at least has like 2 roles a year.
So
and like you don't get to see none of that now because it's like he's still. I think they still like fighting in court or something. But it's like
it's still a bad
you shouldn't like but it's like it's so backwards to me because it's like proof has come out that she has been the one initiating these attacks, and everybe's still like Scarlett Leather.
I've seen the trend on Twitter multiple times, and like just randomly it'll be like, oh, let's not forget she beats on him. It was her. And like the news outlets just don't pick it up.
That may be pretty privileged because of how she looks. It's like, oh well, we don't want to scar her situation.
They're probably looking like, okay, look, it's Johnny Depp. He's already been an oddball his whole career. Yeah. He's probably at the end of his road. We got a fresh young Scarlett. We don't want this to ruin her.
And it's still like even if that was true, her role was not significant enough to where she can't be replaced. Yeah. But you can dye somebody else's hair red. You can give it to old girl that was the queen in Game of Thrones. Dye her hair red and let her go crazy.
Look at perfect example. Iron Man 2, Black Widow's first appearance in the Marvel Universe, and she got her own movie off of that. That little bitty ass role she had in part 2. Mm-hmm. She got her own movie, the highest paid actress in the world.
She was looking like a baddie.
Pretty privileged. That was the best she's ever looked.
So they had the
was Iron Man 2. That was Iron Man 2. That's the best she ever looked.
They got her the most accentuating outfit they could find.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And that got her a movie. That got her where she at now.
10 years down the road.
You see what I'm saying? Like that Amber Heard could do that off of that Aquaman thing. She can get her own damn movie. If they ever be like, Aquaman can be a woman, bam. She been here since the day one.
And that's so stupid.
You see what they did with what's her face, Valkyrie?
Yeah.
Thor.
They gave her
that little bit of shine. Now she probably gonna get her own. This Thor movie's been more about her than Thor. You see what I'm saying? Like this is be crazy.
That's tough.
That's tough.
That's so wild. It's like
shout out to Johnny Depp.
I hope that it works out in his favor. I hope his mental is okay with all of that. But speaking of divorced couples and everything, it's been some divorcees who have been getting just gypped in the court system.
It's also been one living in a damn soccer field 2 weeks straight.
So for those who don't know, Kelly Clarkson broke up with her. Well, they've been divorced apparently. She has been reported. I forgot the number, but it's like
$200,000
a month in spousal support and.
I know he's waiting for the first of the month.
Oh God!
He woke up to
and women are upset because he is also a millionaire, and he's still like
you gotta run that lifestyle. You gotta be accustomed to this.
Yeah, you was the primary breadwinner.
I mean, he used the.
She made $1.9 million, I think, a episode for when she was on The Voice.
That's nice. To be a judge, and nobody even grew from that show either.
Nobody. Real quick diversion. There's a conspiracy about what's going on with The Voice. They've had over 30 seasons, and there's not been one superstar to come from that.
I don't know anybody on there.
I don't know anybody.
One girl
judges all the time.
But that don't even matter. The simple fact of the matter that nobody, like, you think about how many American Idol winners you know.
Yeah,
Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson.
Like you think about how many.
Sparks, David Archuleta.
Even people who haven't won, like, have taken off. And it's like, you've had 30-something seasons, and there's no superstar from this?
Not even on for 30 seasons?
They do, like, 2 in 1 year type stuff.
Even like X Factor, you know, they had, like, were they the ones who had Fifth Harmony? I think so.
Maybe.
Was that the one with Nick Cannon?
Nah.
No.
You thinking of America's Got Talent.
Yeah, that's
He's on every damn show now.
Yeah, he just do it. But it's just like, the quick, like I said, quick diversion. Nobody's ever taken off from that. But back to Kelly Clarkson. She owed her husband a lot.
Yeah.
And it's just like, wow, a man has finally won in the court.
Yeah. And only weeks after, the Dr. Dre thing.
Yeah.
And she said the same thing. He got me accustomed to his lavish lifestyle.
Yeah.
So.
Like,
the turns have table.
Yeah, it's either BS or it's not. Yeah. You can't pick and choose. It's either congrats to that man or not. You
gotta be fair. You gotta be fair.
Yeah. Gotta be fair.
That line goes for both people. If you ain't no punk, we want prenup.
Oh God. Yeah. I'm surprised because like most celebrities when they get together sign prenups because I think they just don't have faith in the relationship working out.
Like a weekly announcement, a dub for every week we together. Then when we break up, yo man, here's $700.
You earned it.
That's what you brought into this relationship.
Oh wow. Real quick, speaking of once again about spousal support and child support and all of that. This nigga PJ Washington.
No.
Fumble.
I forgot about that. That was what I was talking about.
Fumble.
I knew we were forgetting something to write on the docket.
Okay, so for those who are aware of the Instagram fitness model, Brittany Renner, Bundle of Briley, I think is her name on. I think that's still her name on social media.
She shooting in the gym. Bro.
She was in a relationship.
Shooting in her gym.
I like that. She was in a relationship with PJ Washington. They had been known each other since he was at least a freshman in Kentucky. So you can argue grooming, whatever y'all want to say. He was the young buck.
Was 27, he was 18.
Yeah, so I guess because he's 18 now, it's not grooming anymore. I don't know.
I've seen many women put, what does a 27-year-old have in common with an 18-year-old?
Nothing. So he makes it to the league.
Jersey Shore was on TV when I was out. You don't even know what I say. The Cavs are here. You don't know what I'm talking about.
You missed a whole generation.
You're like, wait, no, we have an Uber.
So silly bands.
Yeah. So, oh man, silly bands was that was a throwback. That was a good one.
A generation of pop culture missed.
Just tough. So they got together. He impregnated her. They had the baby. No less than, I think, 2 months later, they have broken up, unfollowed each other. He now owes her $200K a month.
Same thing.
In child support.
Him and Kelly gotta get together.
What?
Add up their money. And which is the craziest part. It's not even the craziest, but the craziest part is that video that leaked of Brittany Renner.
Like I told you.
She said, I was talking to these young girls, and I told them, if you want to get paid, athletes are the dumbest. Just get with an athlete.
And that's not even that's an old video. Like that wasn't hard to find.
She wrote a book on it.
She wrote a book.
Thank you. She hasn't. My thing is, I don't even feel bad for PJ because it's like you knew you had to know what you was getting into. You thinking with the wrong head. She literally has a book about the stories of the people she's been with, and she badmouthed Kaepernick for flying her or telling her, if you want to come, you can buy your ticket to get here. You can buy your ticket to leave. That way, you're not pressured to do anything with me you don't want to do. Yeah. And she tried to dog him for that, and niggas was like, no, that's business smart.
Yeah. Shout out to Andre 3000. He said, these girls are smart. Play your part.
Play your part.
Shout out to Andre 3000.
Oh my God! My thing is,
he got bad. He did not. He didn't every listen. Single rap song, every single thing. He didn't listen to anything. And I saw something trending, or a tweet that went off that said the NBA has to instill like a big brother
program.
Because just to be like, yo, homie, you could be with them, make them sign an NDA, make them like the NDA has to say you have to take a Plan B the day after, and you're acknowledging that. Or something, and I know like the consent thing gets weird with that. Like, oh no, it's my body. I don't want to take the pill now.
It's like, well, then don't be with me then. Then fine.
So it gets like a whole. It's really tricky. You can just wrap it up, even though it's not 99.9. But
the issue is that they were in a relationship. They were like boyfriend and girlfriend. So like he thinking everything is all lovey-dovey. So
He's waiting to drop that bomb.
I honestly, I don't like saying that women are plotting, but that seems very plotterish. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You gotta think about it. He's 18. He in high school he was probably the man.
Yeah.
In college that year he was probably the man. So he's
and then you get a baddie looking at you, coming to your games.
He's probably had several baddies, but he's probably never gotten his heart broke. Nothing like that. He feels like he's on top of the world. So he's like, this chick's not gonna break my heart. Like I've gotten every single girl I wanted to. But this
and I'm picking her.
She's an OG. She has the book of sleeping with Kaepernick, Lil Uzi Vert.
I think Ben Simmons too.
Yeah, everybody and their moms. And like she's an OG. She knows how to play the game. She has her own playbook.
And she plays you.
She's the defensive coordinator on the Bucks.
Yeah.
She knows everything you're gonna do. She got
a zone for that.
Yeah.
I got a trap for that.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah, no, I mean you fell right into that. That's just stupidity.
That's just stupid. I can't even. I was mad at the number, but I was also mad at him because it's like, how many more stories? Everybody has a Twitter nowadays. All you see is so and so owes this much in child support. When Blake Griffin, baby mama, like he owed like $300 something a month for one of his kids. It's like. These aren't like these people are coming up with these numbers out of nowhere.
And I don't want to be picking on women. Like I say, I love women, but when you look at the type of woman, you know who you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Just know who you're dealing with. You know what that situation could be. You know
she wrote a book about everybody she been with.
You don't want to judge. This guy could have been the one.
Oh,
you don't know. But just
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Just know who you're dealing with.
Now you know.
Now you know.
You
should have seen this coming a mile away, but you.
That's what I'm saying.
But he didn't.
It's no OGs on that team.
It's a learning.
There's no OGs on that team. Everybody probably high fiving him because he got the thick, light skinned chick.
Well, look, did we talk about this a while back?
We probably did.
Like LaMelo's with her best friend. LaMelo's with Tiana Trump.
Apparently, yeah. That's I heard that.
Rumors.
It's a rumor.
And that's her best friend. That's Brittany Renner's best friend.
Yeah. And they probably plotting on him too.
Yeah, they're probably doing.
But his dad said. They brought his dad on the show and was like, "You have any advice for your son? Stay away from the thoughts."
Yeah, she said they're running Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars on Michael Jordan right now. That's what they're doing right now.
Yeah.
They're trying to double.
Yeah.
So I mean, we said it back there. You make mistakes, and sometimes you can walk away from them. Like you made a mistake, bro. You didn't open your damn eyes. And I don't want to say take nothing away from her because the girl hustled. She got her things, whatever. But you just fell for this trap.
Like in her defense, I guess she makes her own money.
No,
like,
that's
so cool. But she didn't went and made a lot more in 9 months' time.
She didn't got her shit set for 18 years.
She signed a contract. She signed,
and it's like
not an NBA contract, not an NFL. She signed the baseball.
So
contract.
Yes.
The 15-year-old contracts baseballers we have.
That's just so God.
And he got his hardest. Out because what if he
can't have one? He can't get hurt. He can't have one bad year. He's on his rookie contract.
What's the veteran minimum now? What 5-10 mil?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Well, what is that? With an NBA lifestyle, you gotta pay her this much money for.
Nigga, you can't have an NBA lifestyle no more.
You're done. You can't. You have to be a superstar.
You need to hoop and go home. That's it. Don't do nothing in between.
You're gonna have to listen to J. Cole where he said. I don't have one of these rapper cars, just something to get back and forth.
Yes.
I'm gonna see you in that Nissan Altima.
Oh God.
Sir, no Teslas for you, no Benzes, no Porsches.
Rap, bro.
You gotta
how much is that a year
now?
$200K
a year for 18 years.
I'm saying how much is that? Well, it's $200K a year or $200K a month?
A month. You're
That's
right.
what I'm saying. That's what 1.2 million.
Lord.
No, what is that? $1 million?
2.
Yeah, 1.2
times 12.
We're bad at math, people.
Times 18.
Yeah. That's $43 million.
$43 million.
So if he don't get a $43 million contract, his ass going to jail.
43. That max.
He going to jail.
Better get that max. Better hope you.
Hey, he got to do what the WNBA do and have a NBA contract and an overseas contract.
You better have 182 triple doubles by the end of next year.
Like it's. Whew.
That's crazy.
We about to see a whole new side of him.
Shout out to him.
He finna come out averaging 30.
You just need one $50 million contract, bro. That's all you need. Just one. Ball out.
Just give it to her ahead of time and be like, leave me alone.
2 years, bro. Ball out. Ball out of control.
He gonna be stealing the ball from the middle. I need this, okay?
Man, this is the best season we've seen since Mike.
Mike gonna be like, is everything okay? No, everything is not okay.
That nigga really need that 45 million.
Man, Mike frugal with his money. He just grab people, and as soon as your rookie contract up, she can send you yours.
Yes.
So I don't know about that. But
That's crazy.
Best of luck to that, man.
Best of luck to him.
Stop being stupid, athletes. How many times are y'all gonna be getting like? How many more times do we need to hear stories about athletes getting got by baby mamas before y'all realize
it's never gonna stop? They got too much power.
they so dumb?
They said, like, you know, like, I said not to sound sexist, but they say, like, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. And, you know, I know that's fucked up. Maybe, like, people change and, like, all right, I'm ready to settle down now. But still,
That was his issue. He thought she was ready.
And
you 18 years old.
Yeah, that was his issue. That
Like, you was ready to settle down at 18.
And
like,
he had no one to be like, hey, yo, bro, like,
This ain't the one.
this ain't it.
all of his homies been thinking about this.
All
girl
his
for 4 years,
homies, all his
last
homies
5
is shorties.
years.
That's the
Facts.
issue.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's 27.
He's 22. He's
So-
22. So I'll give him that.
Yeah,
but he
when
still.
they got together, he was.
You've been
18.
looking
He
at
was
these
18.
chicks' pics in high school.
Yeah, he was drafted in
You were-
2019,
you
so
were
he was
14.
drafted at 19,
And
18,
she was already
19.
popular at them. So
Yes.
So you were 14. She was known as the girl that twerked on Twitter. I remember because
Yeah.
I followed her at the same time. I'm 25. I followed her. I followed her when I was 20 and shit. So I remember her from like the girl that was twerking. So he was like 14, 13 when she got popular.
And that's all he was
And
thinking
that's
about.
the girl that him and his friends were sharing on like so. And now I'm like, yo, I'm gonna smash the girl of my dreams. I'm gonna be with her.
And you messed up.
And
Yeah, he is 22. She is 29. She will be 30 next February
Damn.
and set for life.
Yeah.
Shout out to her. Bro.
Shout out to her. She got her bag.
She got the hustle.
She got the bag, didn't fumble it. Shout out to the Migos.
But
She did the opposite of the baby.
yeah.
And she secured that bag.
But keeping with sports, we have to touch on to the Olympics.
The Olympics.
Simone Biles,
Very eventful.
very eventful Olympics. Simone Biles pulled out of basically almost all of her events, citing mental health issues. There were plenty of people who had things to say.
Yeah. I was telling Rico, I was like, bro, it's okay to drop out. Like Rico was like, nah, you're representing your country. I was like,
I didn't say that.
I was like, oh, Rico.
Rico was just spazzing. He was like, no,
wow.
man, you do this for your country. You didn't go to World War II for you to just quit.
Anybody who knows me know I can care less about this here country. But so what initially happened, she was just citing mental issues, and so people finding reasons to talk. Oh well, she shut up because I can go. Don't make me go into the group chat. She could say they was like, oh well, how are you gonna pull out? This is being soft. Some people was thinking that it had to do with the fact that they was downing her. They was watering down her votes, her numbers and stuff like
I was
that.
telling you, she ain't had nothing to prove to nobody.
So people were saying like, oh well, like what type of excuse is that? Your mental health. And then she came out, I want to say 3 days later, and said that she had a case of what's called the twisties. And folks who aren't in gymnastics, basically the twisties is when you don't know where you're at in the air. She said the first event before she pulled out, she had a flip and the plan was to do 2.5 spins. She only did 1.5 because she lost track of where she was in the air. And she was like, okay, this isn't.
For us regular folk, it's called vertigo.
Basically.
Yeah.
So she was like, I don't know where I'm at in the air. I can't, in good faith, go back out there and try this again. I mess around, not walk again.
Right.
So folks was like, okay, cool. And so basically, and people were trying to say, oh, she's making the situation about her and a bunch of other crazy stuff. And it's like, she literally took a step back and was like, they need to take over and do what they got to do. Like, I'm going to let the team be the team. She was out there coaching. She was out there helping. Whatever you need, I got you. And people just aren't happy because it's Simone Biles, and she was one of the only spokespersons when, I don't know if you guys remember, but when those sexual allegations, I don't even call them that doctor, when they came out, she was one of the people that said, no, he did this, that, and the third to me too.
Yeah.
And the only reason she even came back to these Olympics was because she felt that if she kept speaking out about it and wasn't part of the Olympics, her voice would have gotten kind of dulled out.
Yeah.
So that's why she came back.
Because the gymnastics isn't like the NBA where you have your own separate league. It's like basically the Olympics where everybody watches.
Yeah. So, I mean, shout out to her. I'm praying like that she's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
What did you guys think when everything?
So at first, I'll be
honest,
transparent.
Honest. Thank you.
Yeah. I said we gotta support. Nah. Nah. So at first, I was doubtful. I was like, all right. So the first things were before she even dropped out. Which is BS. They were saying, hey, we're gonna grade her different because she's the GOAT, basically. Mm-hmm. So like we were talking before
about 2 episodes ago,
we're gonna judge Zach LaVine on his dunks, not on Nate Robinson.
Yeah,
right. We're expecting Zach LaVine to jump from the free throw line to a windmill. Nate Robinson, we're just expecting you to dunk 'cause you're short.
Yeah,
it's basically one of those things. So when she dropped out, rumor was
it was like defiance or something.
That she was nervous that she would get dropped, rated difficult, and perhaps lose. And we've seen it with other athletes, with with Ronda Rousey, where she lost and she went into like a depression and stuff. So we're like, okay, and since it was mental health, because at first she said it was an injury, which was like the twisties thing.
Yeah.
And then it was more mental health wise, which I guess the twisties goes in with mental health. So it was one of those things where like, oh, she probably just doesn't want to lose, and then probably since she's so used to winning, she doesn't want to.
The ego defense.
And they trolled for 36 hours making fun of this black queen.
The people on the internet.
That's crazy.
The people on the internet?
People on the internet got no respect.
I've been saying Twitter's a vicious place.
Wow.
I'm glad I was safe.
Cyberbullying is real, y'all.
But no, I took a similar one. I took a similar stance. I ain't finna cap on it. But my biggest thing was like, just don't fake it. That was just my biggest thing. Like, it looked away because it was like you were so used to losing it, and they're talking about this grading system. Mm-hmm. Now you feel like, oh damn, I'm not as good as I thought. Now you want to get nervous. That's what I thought it was. Yeah. Or like, don't fake an injury or mental illness, like we said with the Pete Davidson, just trying to get some sympathy. Like, if it's really mental illness, I was down. I don't mind her walking away to do that, but don't be, I was a little nervous, so I took a step back.
I brought up this analogy in the group chat, but I was like, if Mayweather signs a fight right now, 8 months from now, and he's getting ready, and then a week before the fight, they're like, we're not counting points. You have to win on knockout. We all know Mayweather isn't the knockout guy. He usually wins on points, letting it run out. So obviously Mayweather's going to back out, which rightfully so. So same thing with Simone Biles. I was with her. Like, they're going to grade you different. Perhaps mess up your record because they want to grade you different. That's bullshit. But come out and don't say it was an injury. Don't say it was something else. Just be like, no, they're BSing me. This is trash. This is messed up. Why are they grading me different just because I'm better than everybody? Everybody else should catch up to me instead of grading me different. Now I'm losing to a regular schmo, and I know I'm better than her, and I did 10 flips, but because they're expecting me to do 10 flips, and I didn't do 11, they're grading me a 7, and because they're expecting her to only do 3, and she did 4 flips, they're grading her a 10.
Yep.
That's BS. So that's why I wanted her to be. I felt like she should have said something about that if that was the reason. Obviously, if this is the reason where the twisties thing and all that, then I support her.
Yeah.
I still had my doubts where I was like, oh, no, she probably just doesn't want to. But I just wanted her to call her out on her.
And most of those were
on
jokes.
The Olympics BS.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Rico doesn't understand the joke.
Don't do that. I understand the jokes. But getting off of y'all, because like I said, it was.
I wanted to say something too.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna shoot us a whole lot of bail because of the way that this information was displayed. It
was very bit by bit.
Said like, hey, she withdraws after fucking up her routine. So I was like, oh, that's bogus. That was the first thing that came to me.
Yeah.
Was like, oh, a terrible stumble by Simone Biles, and then the next thing was she withdraws after terrible stumble. So I'm like, oh, she just quit. That's how the news was to me at first. Then it was all the mental illness. But once I got it in my head, I'm like, she's gonna catch this slander, all this jokes until first she was guilty until proven innocent to be a quitter. And then once she got proven, then I had to forgive her and myself. And it was like, hey,
we waited till the glove.
And y'all be so quick to say I be caping and I be right and I be blowing. I be right.
Wake up with the cape on.
I be right though. That's what's so crazy. Every time, oh, you caping? I'm right. Right. But no, all jokes aside, I hope that she's okay.
Yeah, we hope that everything's all right.
We hope we can see her perform. But if she retires as the GOAT.
Like legit, like she real got nothing to prove.
She got Jordan where they said you can't do more ISO plays. You can't, now you have to have at least one person on your side. They made that rule because of Jordan. Because when Jordan in the 80s, he would just get the ball and all 4 players would go on that side. He's just ISO playing all games. So they're like, all right, we're going to invent the ISO play. You can't do that anymore. It's an ISO play, but there has to be at least another defender on that side.
Yep.
So that's what basically they did with her. So, shout out to her.
Shout out to her. Seriously.
Shout out to Kurt Angle.
As well.
25 years ago, he won an Olympic gold medal.
That's something.
With a broken freaking act.
That's something.
That's crazy.
No. Because the reason. No, stop. Because the reason. No. Because the reason you brought that up was to troll. And I said, wasn't he a drug addict? It was dead silent in the group chat.
He wasn't doing drugs at the Olympics.
You don't know that.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
Percocet.
Because he broke his leg Yeah, he was in actual pain when he broke his neck. So I know he wasn't. I'm just saying that's tremendous. That if he would have wanted to walk out, I would have understood.
This isn't the first wrestling reference I made on this show. So I'm a wrestling fan. 25 years. But like I said,
y'all peep how they compare the black queen to a white drug addict.
Look at him. I compare an Olympian, somebody who is fighting for this country. It's not all guns and oil, Rico. It's blood, it's sweat, it's tears.
Yeah. And it's flips and pin downs.
It's present. He broke his neck for this country.
Did he break it while he was wrestling?
He should be in the Basketball Hall of Fame for it.
He broke it in the qualifiers. He broke his vertebrae.
Oh, wow.
And still finished with the suplex.
That's what's up.
Man, did it. And then they found out that his opponent in the final was on roids.
You see?
Really?
Yeah, his opponent.
He defended.
He could have killed him. Like,
he defended this country.
So. Do you care about this country?
He broke his neck for this country. I ain't never broke my neck for this country.
So he's a better patriot than you?
He's way better. When they call it arms, he gonna be there way before I get there.
More Olympic shenanigans. Sha'Carri.
Oh yeah.
Love and hate.
So
that's on Wale.
So
hate thing.
Jamaica's been. It looks as if Jamaica's been whooping America with a lot of these races. And so I think that most of these races were the ones she would have been in. So then she tweeted, "Do y'all miss me yet?" And it's like, madam, you're not kicked out because of some unfair thing. You're kicked out because you broke the rules. Yeah. You don't just be quiet and wait till Paris.
Don't make me side with the white people.
Like, come on, like stop it.
Right.
This
crazy.
Like you haven't done anything.
Like you haven't accomplished anything yet. All her best stuff was in college when she was breaking those records. She broke a couple of world records in like the qualifying, which is dope. But it's like, don't
they love you when they hate you.
What the man's supposed to say? Don't nothing. So it's just like, don't do that.
I'm sorry, is it Sha'Carri or Sha'Carri?
Sha'Carri. But I get what you know. I get you. Honestly, it's spelled like Sha'Carri, so I'm not mad at that. But
I'm not trying to be funny. People are like, oh, you just bashed Simone Biles.
Yeah.
That's pronouncing her name.
No, that was more so, like, if people didn't understand, that was more so Rico was bashing Simone Biles.
Yeah,
I was just misinformed. You was a little misinformed.
Yeah,
Rico was real hard on
We are marking 1 hour and 24 minutes when we lie on my name.
Right now on the YouTube video.
I admit when I
everywhere around our faces, just screenshots of our conversation.
I'm gonna just point an arrow. He said this, and then he said
There's
that.
There's a lot of things, trickery we can do with these phones.
No, but yeah, so it's just like, it's just be careful with you. You don't want to come off. My thing is, like you said, they looking for a reason to bring you down. Mm-hmm. Everybody had your back when it was like, okay, you made a mistake or you made a decision and whatever. You had a reason why with Kanye and all of that. Cool. Don't start tweeting, oh, you miss me at because then nobody kick you out but you.
And then they're pulling up the Sha'Carri's fastest time, and they're putting up the I'm sorry,
Shelly Ann Price. I think that's her name.
Okay, they pull up her time.
She's killing.
Her time is still faster than Sha'Carri.
That girl is
like, you're gonna lose regardless, man.
That girl is nasty. Like that she can fly. Yeah. Like they swept like gold, silver, bronze was all Jamaicans. Like that's how like good they are. So
Jamaicans be on it, bro.
Oh yeah,
they be on it with that running.
So it's just one of them things. It's like slow your roll, playboy.
Yeah, play your part.
Let's close it unless we got something else with the Olympics.
Olympics. No,
I think that's it.
About it.
America finally started winning again in basketball.
Oh yeah,
finally. The girl, I don't want to butcher her name. The Asian girl won gold medal.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, she killing it.
Congratulations to her. I don't want to butcher her name.
Yeah. But let's talk about let's close out with your boy. He is back home.
I thought you were talking about the Mexican chicks.
Yes. We do got some more Olympic shenanigans.
All right, let's
get this is I'm attacking all no Sabo kids right now.
They're Mexican doesn't mean they're my girls.
All right, talk to them, dude. This is your topic as a Mexican American.
I'm talking about how I came to it on TikTok. You know, TikTok is very TikTok
very
can make you or destroy you.
Yeah.
There's no
TikTok's weird.
So the Mexican softball team, they made it to the Olympics, and so. At first, they made a TikTok that went viral on the inauguration day, and so at least in the Mexican community, a lot of people were like, some were against it because if you don't know, there's like I think it's a 15 roster, 14 of the girls are Mexican American, that tried out for the USA team first. They didn't make the USA team. They tried out for the Mexican team. Obviously, they play softball here a little bit more in Mexico. Softball's a little bit newer in Mexico, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So, and plus in Mexico, they don't really push women's sports as much as here. So it was 14 Mexican American girls and 1 Mexican girl from Mexico, born and raised over there. So it was a controversy at first, but everyone was like, let's support. They're Mexican at the end of the day, whether it was their grandparents, whether they only have one Mexican parent and another American parent, or whether both parents are Mexican, but they just moved here and they grew up here, they're whitewashed, whatever. Let's just support them regardless. They're Mexican at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So that happened. I think they actually beat Canada. Or they may be tied either
Shots
way.
at Drake.
Yeah, shots at Drake. I had to sneak that in there. But yeah, and everyone was supporting them, loving them. They ended up losing to the USA. Obviously,
which happens. It happens.
I mean,
angle.
These were the girls that didn't make the USA team, so you'd expect them to.
Yeah, that's essentially the B team. You weren't good enough to make it.
So you'd expect them to lose against USA. They lost. They went home. And everyone was like, you know what? They showed out. They did their thing.
They're better than anybody expected.
What ended up happening, Zoo?
A couple days later, a day later, another Mexican Olympian athlete just happened to see the trash can. They were like,
what was wrong with the trash can?
There's a bunch of green, white, and red things in that trash can.
Now, what just so happens to be Mexico's national colors?
Green, white, and red.
Wow, okay.
So
they threw the jerseys away?
Upon further investigation, they threw their entire uniform, the jackets away, they threw everything away.
Everything that said Mexico was thrown away.
So, obviously, Mexico is, super, I know there's corruption in Mexico. There's a bunch of Mexico isn't maybe the greatest place on earth.
But Mexico loves Mexico.
Mexicans are gonna ride for Mexico.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, no matter what. So everybody, the news outlet, especially the Spanish news outlet,
Telemundo was going nuts.
I went on fire. I went on fire. I went on these girls' Instagrams. Everything shut down.
They turned their comments off.
Their newest posts are all a paragraph of
apologizing
in Spanish and a paragraph in English, and then obviously
Google Translate.
I don't know. You maybe didn't see the video. I'll try to pull it up as I am talking, but these girls, if you look at them, they're not really. They're a lot of blonde girls.
Valley girls. There was a video there was a TikTok that went viral about that.
Because I saved the TikTok as well. Because I didn't know if they would know about it, but Rico dabbles in the Latino world.
Oh, dabbles
with his Latina queen.
Yes, I do. Yes, I
do. So he was informed, and I got upset. I was like, "Why?"
That was gonna be your surprise.
That was my surprise. That was my pop-up topic.
She sent it, bro. She sent it to me. I was like, I'm like, what's going on?
The volume,
yeah, go ahead. I'll be quiet. Go ahead. That's all you.
Yeah, Rico, be quiet.
I'm sorry.
Let's see if it plays.
Nah, let's put it in the mic.
Just put the let me put the actual TikTok down.
Yeah, it's gonna be in probably Spanish, isn't it?
No, it's a song.
Oh, is it?
And you can kind of just explain what's going on, because my girl was livid when she heard about it, and to kind of just continue until you got.
I'm after YouTube the TikTok because she deleted her TikTok account.
Oh wow. Okay, so one video I saw go viral of the Mexican. I didn't even. It was on my my main page. They were just chatting it up, and they were talking, and they were like, "Oh yeah, so and so who on this team wouldn't you let your son or daughter date?" And I'm sitting there looking I'm just thinking these are regular. Well, they are. They just show them the picture. Regular American women. Right. They got all Mexico colors. And for those you guys can Google the Mexican women's softball team. These look like regular Valley girls from California or something like that.
Yeah, they look like the damn high school ball team.
Yeah, it's just one of them.
TikTok.
Yeah, so it's just And then to find out that they threw all the stuff away. And then what was the BS excuses they gave, Mr. Zookeeper?
They said that their luggage, they could not fit the uniforms, which they came to represent, first off. They couldn't fit, but...
What?
How you not...
No, hold on. Because there's some additional things going on with the luggages.
They added some things to the luggage that they thought were more important than said uniform.
What was more important than the Mexican uniform?
Towels.
Towels?
From the hotel.
Gotta be dry.
Sheets.
Sheets.
Comforters.
What? You stock up, it's there.
And soaps.
It's there. I don't see what the problem is. We don't need these uniforms no more.
But the jackets too?
What we gonna do with these jackets?
My thing is this.
We got second place. We didn't even qualify.
But my thing is,
I could use these bathrobes and these soaps. And these sheets. Some toilet paper, it don't matter.
Especially with the COVID hitting, keep coming back.
They be having the best face towels. So, I don't blame them for that.
Yesterday, actually,
I don't.
Yesterday it went viral. The one Mexican girl that from like Mexico, born and raised there, only spoke Spanish. She went on TikTok. She has her TikTok account, and she went and she has her Instagram account. And she posted, she's like, I have my uniform with me. I'm the only one who didn't. She like threw everybody under the bus. Right?
And she should have, yeah.
So she's like, I'm the only one who kept it. Like, I have it right here. I'm showing you guys. I'm the only one who
because
But she, like, of course, like,
you gotta protect yourself at that point.
Were very upset, you know, and they were like, obviously, she's the one who brought it home. She's the one who grew up there. She's the one who's like knows. Like these other girls, they wanted to be. If they had the choice, they would have been on the USA team.
Right.
Yes.
But because they didn't make it, they were just like, all right, I'll take seconds just to go to the Olympics. But now the Olympic Committee, the Mexican Olympic Committee, said you guys are banned.
As they should be.
So now they ruined their careers because one, you know, at least in soccer, once you pick one country, like if you're a dual nationality, once you pick, like if I'm Mexican and Brazilian, and I pick Brazil, and let's say I make the team and I play for Brazil. And the next time I make a Brazil team because there's a better player, and I try to go to Mexico, they're like, no, you already picked Brazil.
Wow.
Yeah, you can't.
That makes sense, though.
I'm not sure if it's the same in the Olympics for everybody, but at least that's how it is, like in soccer or whatever. So if it's the same thing, even if they get better, they won't be able to make the USA team. If that's the thing, if I'm wrong, correct me. But at least that's how it works. So now they ruined basically their softball careers.
Yeah, because it's like you don't really get paid that well.
Softball,
so
it's mainly college. And I'm not sure if there's a league for them afterwards.
Probably a little.
They're professionals, but like I think they got like a second job.
Yeah, and where they make more, I guess, exposure and stuff, sponsorships would be the Olympics.
Maybe like sponsorships.
They become coaches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But my opinion as a black man who is not Mexican.
Oh, you're black?
Yes. Don't let the first name fool you. So my girlfriend is essentially a first generation Mexican because her parents are both the youngest out of their family, so they were like born here, but like literally all their brothers and sisters was all born in Mexico. So like her family was like ticked off because it's like you already, like you said, you basically already treated Mexico as like the leftovers because you couldn't make the USA team.
Right. So I'll settle for.
I'll settle.
Yeah.
So like it's one of them like you only embracing your Mexican side just so you can say you went to the Olympics.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you don't even have enough pride in your heritage to keep the uniform. Yeah, you lost. Okay, it happens. Niggas lose every day. Yeah. The simple fact of the matter that you get to say I was an Olympian is like it should be. You would think pride enough because like we said, you don't get paid a lot as a softball player.
Yeah.
Come on now.
If you win the medal, you could probably resell the medal if you want.
A lot of people do.
Yeah.
And I mean, like especially like I had brought up at first, a lot of Mexican people were on the fence at first because they were like, no, we rather have Mexican girls from Mexico represent us. But then everyone was like, you know, it's like a little bit more PC. They're like inclusivity. They're like, you know, I've seen a lot of things like trend where they're like, just because I don't speak Spanish doesn't mean I'm Mexican. Just my parents didn't teach me.
Folks were saying that about like Ryan Garcia. Like, is he really like why does he represent Mexico so much and he doesn't speak Spanish?
Yeah, so it's like one of those things. But like, you know, at the end of the day, everyone got convinced. We're like, all right, they're Mexican. We'll rep them. They got that TikTok that I was trying to show you guys, the original, even before the controversy. It was at the inauguration. They it got like 2 million likes, and it was just people comments in Spanish like sending love from this part of Mexico, sending love from that part of Mexico. Like we know
they were really behind.
We know half of you guys half of them had American last names. Like one of them's like names O'Toole and stuff like that.
Oh man, y'all let an O'Toole. Come on,
y'all let that no Sabo O'Toole just come in.
Their dad is probably
the white.
Their dad was. No, I don't want that.
You talking apostrophe Tool? Oh my God.
There's not a lick of Latin in that.
The Mexicans don't use apostrophes. Come on now.
So it was a whole. So we already, you know, we're like, you know what, we'll rep y'all. We'll show y'all love, and then that's how basically they got repaid.
Cause they basically screwed over any Mexican American, whether she's darker than dark and speaks Spanish
fluently. And
they screwed it up for her because now it's like, oh well, you just another one of.
Now we're just gonna send our Mexican girls from Mexico to rep us,
who may not be as good potentially. So now you setting the team up for failure because now you can't compete. And it sucks because it's like
And now y'all can't compete ever again.
because the USA, y'all obviously wasn't good enough for that.
Yeah, like, potentially you could have gone like you said the the Olympics is a big. You could have gotten sponsorships from that. One,
You could talk about your experience.
yeah, because the one Mexican girl who was from Mexico, she I'm sorry, like, her last name is Ardilla, so I can't forget her last name. I mean her first name.
I can look up the roster while you talk.
Yeah, she has a lot of sponsorships in Mexico, like even before, because I started following her on Instagram to show love, and like her Instagrams went up. She's the only one who repped us basically, and she has a lot of sponsorships in Mexico. So like potentially these girls who are maybe Mexican American, you know, they repped us, and maybe they could start learning Spanish a little bit and go to Mexico maybe and get some love over there. Because I was telling
I mean, and it's like.
I'm sorry. I was telling them a couple weeks ago, a lot of the big name girls in Mexican soccer that over in Mexico, they're Mexican American.
Nigga, her name is Danielle O'Toole.
Yeah.
That's the whitest. And she was the picture. Okay, what was
It's not Daniela.
bro? There's a
Danielle.
Susanna Brookshire.
Yeah. See. So
Y'all
you
just let
know.
anybody.
Wait, what was the last name of the girl that you said?
Ardilla.
Stefania.
Stefania.
Yep.
So it doesn't get more Mexican than that.
But then my thing is like, okay, y'all lost, but now y'all are Mexican Olympians. Like,
Yeah.
that's still something.
Like I said, you can still get a
Yeah.
sponsorship over there. 'Cause someone
Yeah,
will show
like you don't
up.
have to.
I got
live
one
over
more.
there, you know?
I got one more.
Yeah, who's?
No.
Her name was Mick Quillen.
Wait, who?
Mick Quillen.
Jay Quillen. Jay Quillen.
All right, continue. I'm sorry, that was just
Yeah,
hilarious.
so it was one of those things where it's like they fumbled the bag, potential further fumble bag. They now they're not can never be Olympians again, and now they deleted all their social media. Well, I'm not sure all of them. I just checked the quick TikTok. They deleted at least the girls that had
All the
TikTok. they
baddies deleted them.
and their Instagrams were so they just messed up their bag basically.
Pretty much fun.
And but I mean, I'm not sure how much they care. They probably went back, like Rico said, to the Valley, and they were like, "Oh, these Mexicans are, Mexican it up."
But you could have been an Olympian. I would have been a damn Vietnamese Olympian if they asked me to, and get smoked every race.
Just to say,
hey,
I was an Olympian.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, there's a way to make money off of anything.
Yeah.
The simple fact of the matter is you got to say, I got to go to Tokyo. I was considered the top of athletes in the world. Whatever you want to word it, oh yeah, I couldn't make the USA. You still the top of whatever.
Bro,
you was good enough to make an Olympic team.
Yeah.
And you get to talk about your experience, talk about the stories, talk about the work. You get to potentially go back again in 3 years because it's going to be in Paris.
Yeah.
And you got all of this that you just fumbled because you want to. My thing, the fact that everybody, obviously besides Stefania, decided that this was the move to do. What message were you planning to give off? How else did you think it was going to be interpreted?
The other thing that came up, if you look at every Olympian, almost for every country, basically, their uniform, they have their flag.
Yes.
The Mexican softball team was the only one without the flag because they voted. Nah, I'm not trying to have the flag on there. I'll just have Mexico on there. But I want the flag. Yeah. I'm not sure how true that is, but that came out, and I saw it on the news.
Boy, they got a Mexico tattoo just
Facts.
right here, just like as American as I can be.
What, you didn't know?
If the Mexican basketball team called me right now, was like, we need you, I will get tatted.
Rico,
Viva Mexico, just everywhere.
Rico, my name is Ricardo Casablanca.
Javier.
It's Javier. Ricardo Javier Cabeza Blanca.
Yeah.
To you.
Oh, is that Rico? What is black ass?
Look at them dreads just swinging around.
Oh, man, he faking the fuck.
But man, that's wild to me.
So yeah.
But in happier news, like I said, let's end on a happy note.
Crazy Olympian.
Your boy, a white man,
Ah.
Aaron Rodgers is back.
He's back.
In the Bay of Green.
And he looks as miserable as ever, but he is there.
Oh man, he finna fake the wickedest neck injury this year.
Week 5 is like, yeah, I can't play no more.
Oh yeah, my arms hurt.
Y'all gonna let the black boy take over like y'all was gonna let him do anyway.
Yeah, he is back. He laid in on our manager.
He teed up.
He said, "I love everybody," and except he even some people are saying he did it on purpose because when he said that, he said, "I love the fans, I love my teammates, I love the and I love being here." He didn't finish organization.
He's so childish.
Some people are like he stumbled. Some people are like, no, it's Aaron Rodgers. He did that on purpose.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers is like the pettiest human
He did
being.
that on purpose.
They was in the office like, yep, we got that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
And
All
then,
right.
We
gonna be petty, right? All right.
We deserve that.
That first day, Gutekunst, the general manager, came out and they asked him, "Did you bring Randall Cobb?" Because Aaron Rodgers wanted to. And they're like, "No, we just thought Randall Cobb would be a good fit. It was a good trade because Houston's gonna take the majority of that salary. Houston's gonna pay for it. And then Rodgers came up right 30 minutes after him. No, yeah, they got him because I told them to. And then the next day, Gutekunst comes and he's like, yeah, that was Aaron Rodgers' decision. Put me on blast yesterday.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was his decision. So he put him on blast. You know, David Bakhtiari bought Aaron Rodgers an Aston Martin golf cart. Please stay, sir.
It's
$100,000 golf cart.
It's really about to be their last dance. It look like he ready to get up out of there. I don't know how it ends for him. I do like, and I think it only could work because it was Aaron Rodgers. But I do like him basically flexing his power. Like, bro, I will literally do something else and be fine with it unless y'all do what I want. And they basically was like, all right, give us one more year. We'll give you whoever you want, and then you can go.
You get traded to
whoever. It's just
Tampa Bay, and he gonna be behind Brady.
as soon as he re-signed, they cut Blake Bortles.
Yeah.
That's hilarious to me. Mind you, we just talked about he had his own team.
He was right.
Yeah.
He was
two and a half years ago.
Contender.
Yeah, Blake Bortles, you have to sit this one out.
Skedaddle.
Go ahead, bro.
But yes. So real quick before we get out of here, what are your predictions for how Green Bay does this year?
If Rodgers, if he says he keeps saying he's all in, so I'll believe him. AJ Hawk said that. James Jones said he's all in.
Credible sources.
Yeah, very credible. And so I'll believe him. And now it's a longer season, so now it's 17 games instead of 16. So I'll go with 13-4. I'll be nice.
I'm curious what his condition. I'm sure he's been working, but like his condition and his like familiarity, because you still gotta. Yeah, these are still reps, because it's like you never know. Your wide receiver may have lost a step, or they may switch up their route running or something.
He might play a preseason game because usually, especially in his later years, he doesn't play preseason at all.
He almost has to at this point.
Now,
he might play like
he might play a game.
He might play the first.
Yeah, or the game before the first.
Just to kind of tune up type stuff.
Just because he gonna probably play himself into some shape. I'm pretty sure he done kept in shape.
Yeah.
But he still got to get the timing and stuff.
Yeah.
Going, so
what helps him? He has on the defense. Jair is one of the best corners in the league. Not to brag and boast.
I mean, congratulations.
He's rated 95 on Madden.
All right. Wow. All right.
But so that's a good defender to go up against every day at camp. So
yeah.
So we'll see. Hopefully, season starts. Preseason starts this Sunday. Next Sunday.
We said it's the last Sunday without football till February, right?
Next Sunday is the Hall of Fame game.
Yeah.
We shall see.
So I'm very curious how that turns out. Is there anything else that we need to touch on before we get up out of here?
Nope.
Not really.
We pretty much touched on everything.
Unless you want to, thoughts and prayers to all our Cubs fans.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they gutted us.
They just got us up out of there.
All right, we got another 108 years.
And then literally, Javi and Anthony Rizzo hit a home run their first game.
So disrespectful. Like, damn, you ain't did that since we won.
Stop.
I told you going G-Baby. I was like, yo, I think we can finally afford the seats right behind the catch.
Basically, at this point,
they contrary.
They're gonna be just giving up the seats. Like, all right, somebody come watch us play, please.
Who's that?
And the funny thing, the next day, I literally saw one of my friends went to a Sox game, and I saw on his snap that place was packed.
Yes.
And I was like,
because now they for sure the team for Chicago.
For now, yeah.
Yeah. So
man, we still have Gordon Hayward. That's so sad. But we still can't get rid of that dude.
Yeah.
But oh well, we got 108 years to win another one.
Yep. I'll see y'all then.
I'll see y'all. What would that be? 21-16.
Something like that. Yeah. But real quick, I'm going out. I'm very excited. This might end up being a 2-hour episode, but I'm excited. Heading out to go film this weekend. That's what we getting ready.
All the way in Hollywood, and I can't even have.
So we getting out the.
Everybody go support that film. They're selling $7,500 T-shirts. Don't be in the movie for $25,000.
Rico would not sue Disney. Don't worry, Disney.
No, I won't. Not at all. Not at all.
You are safe.
You are safe. You find me.
And I watched Freddy vs. Jason last night with my homie. Shout out Little Man. And bro, you gotta have the nudes in there, bro. You got it. Just has that effect. It has that effect.
Anyway,
it's the sock value. So, you gotta have it, bro.
We do have off days where I will be back, so we'll probably still be able to do our filming. Worst come to worst, we do about 2 bonus episodes and then drop those. We can drop them periodically. So type of stuff.
How long is it gonna take?
It's a 2-week shoot, so it's not gonna be too long. But it's just.
Put it in 2 weeks now. Yeah.
It's a 2-week shoot, but they they need me for like.
Pods out there, bro.
No, you won't.
Are you in here? He's starting the aggressive water with DaBaby and Fiya.
So we will see how that turns out. But I'm gonna try to do some type of semi-vlog of like how it was out there, like my first time on a set. Like,
it'll be on the Friendly Fire YouTube page if you want to check it out.
Actually, I think I'll do that. I might as well. I'll do that. But yeah, we appreciate you guys.
He'll show you how Denzel gets ready in the back. How he prepares.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you guys are looking forward to that. So thank you. I like that idea. I'm gonna like vlog it. I'm gonna put it. It's gonna go on. It'll go on the Friendly Fire stuff. It'll probably go on my Instagram, on the Friendly Fire Instagram as well. So a bunch of stuff. Like y'all be seeing a lot more of me and a lot more of us. We still gonna be shooting, so don't worry about that. We'll have something for y'all next week. We'll just figure it out how we're gonna drop it.
If we gotta do it by Zoom.
We'll figure if I got internet access out there, we'll make it work.
Oh, they really putting him on Crystal.
No, like legit, we legit like on account like type of stuff like to get used to it.
As thick as possible.
Yeah, so but we appreciate you guys for tuning in. Oh no, all the deaths were real. No, I'm just
We gonna look out. Right at the camera. Look out.
Run.
You can make it.
But we appreciate you guys for tuning in per usual. If you guys want to ask us any questions, you guys can always DM us on friendly_fire or email us at friendlyfire2021@gmail.com. You can also send us MP3s for music or spoken word, whatever type of art, to friendlyfire2021@gmail.com. Per usual, I am your boy Rico, little big cousin DaBaby, Raul the Zookeeper, Friendly Fire. Be blessed.
Peace.